I was just farted.
It's true.
And it's hot in here. Why would you fart in the hot room?
Because sometimes we deserve to suffer.
No, we don't. We didn't even do anything recently.
That's why we deserve to suffer.
No. Anyways, what the fuck did I just say?
You said no eating.
Okay, fine.
It's hot.
Okay. You know what? Yes. Okay, fine. Drink it fine. You say hot, but I know that drink is warm as fuck.
Really doesn't feel that way.
I'm not. I'm good. I know what you did to this. I know what you did to that. I'm not touching that. Anyways, welcome to the podcast. We haven't uploaded in a minute. Buffet probably gonna get mad at me, but I didn't upload the previous podcast that we recorded for this. Don't do that. You gross bitch. But
when it's hot, I become gross.
But we didn't upload the previous podcast we did. We did the nominations for the Crunchyroll Awards. And we did that so late, and we were so tired, and it was so incoherent that I just decided to not upload it. I decided to not upload it.
Like permanently?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
It might go up alongside this, maybe.
It really needs
to. Maybe.
It won't make sense when we start reading off from my list of predictions.
Well, that's why I was saying, like, we could just look at the awards.
Hold on. We're already breaking out of our format. Wait, are we?
No, this is the format.
Oh. What's the format again?
We do the intros.
We're doing intros.
We're doing intros.
We're doing the intros.
We're doing the intros.
We're doing the intros.
The intros right now.
Right now.
As we speak.
I talk funny because I don't have teeth anymore.
You know, there are times where I feel like we will have to do this podcast on Discord. But it does kill me because the physical gags that we get from being in each other's presence is funny. Like, this would not hit as hard as it would if we weren't in person. I will say that much.
Where else can you watch two extremely large men?
I mean,
beat the shit out of each other occasionally.
Occasionally. Sometimes. It depends if we disagree on stuff or not. I don't think we're gonna
sorry, when do we not disagree on something?
We agree quite a bit, actually.
But there's always something we disagree on.
Okay. There's 3 modes. There's, like, the mode where we, like, both vehemently agree on something. Which, like, that's us just, like, the whole episode just praising and dick riding the fucking thing we talk about.
It's a little bit boring sometimes.
It gets a little bit boring. There are the actual constructed, like, that one is probably, like... I just don't know the last time we agreed on something, but something like that.
When we
that's
agreed
like
on
that's like it's not the last time, but the time I can think about is like when we watched Vivi. That was an episode we like vehemently agreed on, like the majority.
Yeah, it was really
of things.
solid.
Yeah, because it wasn't stop. Stop. It was good. It was good.
I know. I just said that.
You said solid.
Yeah.
Solids is different. You saying something was solid is not saying the same thing as something is good. I would go as far as
no, me saying something solid is someone else.
You have to realize that you operate on a completely different platform from other people.
I do. That's why I recognize.
So when people hear you say solid, they're not going to think the same way as you do.
Listen, to me, solid is good. All right, it's pretty damn good. In order to be solid, you have to be good. If you're not good, you're not solid. We don't call straw houses solid. Because they're shit. Brick house, pretty good.
That's
solid.
Put the fucking food away.
This is my pointer.
You fat bitch. The fact that you have to use food as a partner, you fat fucking bitch. Put it down.
Listen, you.
You fat fuck.
We're gonna talk about anime to these nice people.
But there's us agreeing, and then there's us when we have like, don't eat the pie. Whoa.
I scared you.
We're in a podcast and we're recording actively.
I'm gonna be nice. Hi.
Alright,
I'm gonna be that. Hi, Bruce. How are you?
Hello. You want something for dinner?
I don't know.
I'm ordering burritos. Would you guys like a burrito?
Yes.
I would like a burrito. Yes.
Always like a burrito.
Yes,
this is a scrum.
What kind? Chicken.
Steak.
Steak.
Steak no
Asada.
beans.
Steak and everything on it.
Steak no beans.
No beans.
It's for my own safety. It's for all of our safety.
For all of our safety.
We're in a hot room.
You?
Asada. Everything. Okay. Wait, where's it from?
Some.
Yeah, Asada.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alright.
And we're back. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to. Damn, we're gonna have to cut that out.
Ah! High five. No mark rendition.
Okay.
That was weak.
There we go. Okay. We're back. We had a little bit of an early.
I love how in the edit, this dog just magically appeared in my arms.
It's a magical dog. It's a magical dog. That's why.
This is Scrum. He's a magical puppy.
He is, and he eats everything.
He pees on everything.
Yeah, he eats and pees on everything. But what I was saying is, there's three modes for our podcast. Either we agree on everything, we have constructive conversations about stuff, which I think is that was like the Dandadan episode. That was like a constructive. And there's episodes
and where sometimes we have a deconstructive constructive.
Yeah.
Like
wait, what? Wait, what do you mean?
Like sometimes it's a constructive conversation, but it deconstructs your worldview and ruins something.
I would group that up in the subsection of then there's ones where we just are.
It's usually constructive. Like no. Sometimes it's not vitriolic. Sometimes it's constructive. I'm gonna say the main one that this.
No.
My heartbeat.
We're gonna stop. This video's gonna get taken down.
You can't say that the Yuri on Ice conversation wasn't a constructive conversation. It just also resulted in you completely 180ing and hating it forever.
No. Okay, first of all, that's not true. I didn't say I hated it. Let's get.
Do you love it still? Do you love it?
It's just
one of your favorite anime.
Yes, it's just went from a 10 to a 9.
It went from a masterpiece to not a masterpiece. Is what you're saying?
Yes.
That's a shame. Just a crying shame.
Yes, but either way, well, I would. It's been enough time. I should rewatch it again. See how I feel about it. Regardless or not. Let's to be fair. I also have made another resolution of that. Of like, man, if I got to be aggressive with that, I got to be aggressive about a lot more shit. So I don't know how I feel about that. Like I've come to that realization.
You're finally coming along to my side of things.
What are you talking about?
If you're gonna feel that aggressively about that, then you should just hate most anime because there's so much worse everywhere.
Oh, like that, like if I'm gonna hate like that little then I gotta hate some stuff that's far more aggressive.
Exactly. If shit like that brings a masterpiece down from masterpiece status, imagine how much worse all the worst shit is and everything else that isn't a masterpiece.
Honestly, what sparked that up is the whole season 2 from Age of Abyss and how people are just like dropping the show completely because of it. Apparently, a lot of people were dropping it because of the movie and all that shit.
I still haven't seen the movie or season 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
I'm looking forward to that because that's one of my favorite anime of all
time. I don't know how I feel about it anymore.
People dropped the anime once they heard about the manga creator, and I don't agree.
Okay, fair. No.
The anime is
that
piece.
Is fair. But remember the reason why you like the anime is because it was vetting a lot of the weird shit from that author. That's the recollection that I remember from the conversation.
It's not that it was. Yeah, vetting might actually be a good term for it. It was appropriately exploring the subject matter despite the original author's inappropriateness. You should turn the sound off.
Yeah, I should. But keep going.
Yeah. Vetting is a good term. Yeah. So that they stop vetting the program.
No! Sorry. No, I forgot I had the TikTok fell off it. It was on the music. I was like, don't play it, please. We're fine. We're good. It's but what I was gonna say is that it sounds like that didn't happen for season 2. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know.
I don't trust the anime community when it comes to reporting on shit like that because once something's soured for the audience, it sours the reputations of everything that comes after. So
that's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't know if this is it, like just like the general internet anime fan base.
Us watching it and discussing it.
Honestly, we should. There's a lot of sequel stuff that we should.
His Maiden in Abyss is bad because the same thing happened to Mushoko Tensei. Mushoko Tensei never recovered its reputation despite being phenomenal.
Yeah.
The intro 3 episodes ruin it for the majority of the audience, and because of it, it doesn't
I think honestly, it's a lot. It's not the first. I have learned it's not just the first 3. They have problems. A lot of people have problems with what happens later too.
What happens later is extraordinarily well covered.
But listen, we went over this in the Mushoko Tensei episode. Well, I want to do another one because season 2 is completely out now, and we need to watch that.
I've seen it.
Fucking review it for the fucking podcast, you dick.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, have you finished it yet?
No, I'm only halfway.
Okay, there we go.
What?
You'll get there.
This isn't the Mushoko Tensei episode!
Okay, well, okay. We've introed. What's next?
Talk about Anime Award.
Wait, really? We go straight into the main topic after the intro? Okay.
Yeah. Because
I think people
are just tired of us rambling.
Anime Awards, huh?
That way we at least get the
Are we going to start with predictions or what?
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. Oh, okay. It's early enough, actually. We could do predictions and it not feel...
No, I mean, like, as we go through, do we start with predictions or should we do the whole predictions and then go through the awards or what? Why not just do them one at a time? Like,
what do you mean?
The first anime award is blank, our predictions were blank, and then the result is blank.
Oh, yeah. We would do it like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, though. Last episode was so long. I know. I think it's...
Yeah, but we didn't... This doesn't have anything to do with last episode, other than the fact that we're repeating the end result.
No. What I'm telling you is that the last episode we recorded took so long, I don't know if I want to do that.
Do what?
Like, being like, oh, here's the awards. What do you predict? This is the thing.
But that's not what I said.
So what did you say?
I said, here's the award, read the thing we already did, and then just say what the award was.
Oh, yeah. No.
Why no?
Because it's going to take forever.
It's only going to take, 5 extra seconds.
That's not true.
I'm sorry, how long does it take? Best EP, my guesses were Oshinoko, Kaiju number 8, level hero, whatever, the solo leveling? Is that it? Solo leveling, Frieren.
I mean, you would pick one from your guesses, I would assume. I guess you would just...
should I just read the ones I successfully guessed?
Well, if this was to work properly, you would look at the actual nominees and guess from the nominees. Because we already did the...
I put pluses next to the ones that were actual nominees. So I can just read the ones that were actual nominees. So I can say, I guessed these successful nominees.
I mean, we don't have to talk about...
Oshinoko Season 2, Kaiju number 8.
I mean, we don't have to talk about what you guessed.
Solo leveling.
I mean, we don't have to guess what you guessed successfully.
Okay, so I should read all 6?
No. Dude, there's no point in bringing up your successes. That's... okay. That sounds so fucked out of context.
Okay. What was the point of me doing the guesses if we're not going to read any of the guesses?
I mean, it was just for that one part, right? Like, we wouldn't go through the whole process of going through all of your guesses again.
No. We would just read out what they were, because they're there on the list already.
Yeah, but what's the point of bringing up your guesses?
Oh, because supposedly one of them might be right. One of them might be the winner.
Yeah, but the point of it was more or less...
That was to compare whether or not I could accurately predict the winner or not.
Yeah, then you would just bring up your one guess because there's only one winner.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I can do that.
Wait, that does make sense, right?
Yeah, I can do that. I can do that.
So we don't have a issue like last time. It makes sense to bring up your main guess for the winner because that's the only thing we're talking about, right?
Sure. Now, how am I supposed to guess the winner? Am I guessing what people chose or what I wish to win?
I'm leaving that all to you.
No. I need you to tell me what the rule is for my pick.
You could wait. Hold on. No, you can pick whatever you can pick whatever you want.
No. I need you to tell me what the rule is for my pick.
What?
I'm happy to do it either way. What is the way of the game,
homie? What do you mean? You would pick what you can pick either or. That's your mental process. You could pick either way you want to do that or do it that way. What? You can either go with your heart or the.
Here's how it's gonna work. I'm going to pick what I think will win out of my successful nomination predictions.
Okay, just real quick. What does that part matter? Because you could do it either way. This is your process of thinking.
What does what part matter?
The part of how you're guessing it.
So that people who, if we do ever upload that first half, have a payoff for it. If I don't pick from my picks, right, then there is no payoff. There's no reason why we did the predictions last time. The way we did them.
Wait, what? Wait, why would you... I'm so confused. You make things complicated. Why do you make things complicated? Things
are complicated because of what you're asking me to do and not do, and then choosing what to upload versus not upload. I didn't make it complicated.
Okay.
I'm stating why I'm doing a thing, and you're questioning why it's so complicated.
Okay. So this is what's happening. So this is how I broke it down. The first part, which if it's causing me so much problems, I might just have to upload it. What's the point of you uploading? Was you picking your 6 guesses to see if you could guess the nominations? That was the first part.
Well, the first part was partly that. So it wasn't just in a vacuum guessing what would win. It was me putting the things I think deserve to be nominated in there too.
Okay, fair. Okay, yes.
That's not necessarily the same with this round. This is trying to predict the winner. This is not the same thing.
I mean...
No. If it's narrowed down to one pick, it should, 1, be restricted to something I've already picked in my predictions. And 2, be me trying to guess which will win. So, of the ones I successfully predicted for nomination, this is what I think will win.
Okay. I need you to understand. You're not going to. But I need you to understand when I say this. I know for you it's not going to make any sense. You know you can just... Don't eat, nigga!
I eat when I'm upset.
That's a bad habit.
My belly agrees.
You know you can just do it, right? Like, we don't need these, like... I guess there should be rules, but you don't need, like...
You not needing, and the majority of the audience not needing, isn't the same thing as there won't be somebody else that appreciates the explanation. Not only that, but I think that there's actually a significant reason for people that if they ever watch an upload of the preamble before the episode that was supposed to come before this, in order to get a payoff from that, it is required I'm referencing that. Otherwise, they don't get a payoff. They don't get a reward for having watched that, because that's a lot of mess to go through for not ever getting a payout of that specific thing.
Okay, well, we reference it so much, I have to put it out now at this point. I have to put it out now because I've referenced it so much, it's not going to make any sense.
I mean... Yeah, kinda. That's like the entire point of this whole process was...
No, I get that. It was so long.
Dependent on the first step.
It was so long, and I was like, you know what? We could just obfuscate all of that and just do...
Obfuscate.
We could get rid of all of that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to read you, like, the actual nominees, and you can just stop fucking eating. I could have just read you the nominees. You could just guess from that. And I didn't, and I could have not put up the episode, and it would have been fine. Because no one would have had the extra contest. And we could have just forgotten that point. Now, I will admit, there was a lot of effort on both of our parts, which kind of sucks. Which I admit does kind of suck. But also, that episode was not great. It's not a good episode.
That is a warning for you guys. It was not a great episode.
Which is why I sat there and been like, fine, let's just say fuck it to the rest of it. And just be like, man nominees, guess from that. Process that however you want, dog. Put the fucking bone down.
You said process it how I like.
I
process with chicken!
Not like that! Jesus! God! But like, you see what I mean? Like, we could have just not brought any of that up and it would have been fine.
No.
To you!
Exactly.
The audience wouldn't have known! No one would have known! We could have just gone on this!
I would have known. Look at the giant list we have of prep material there. It's a note document with how many lines? With 3,488 characters.
The next time we do this, and which we will end up doing this again, we're just never making this a game. Because A, the last 2 years you've sucked and lost. Not by much, but you still sucked and lost. And B, you've made this such a complicated process, I don't even want to.
Is read the starred prediction.
We're back! Budfang frustrates me and he doesn't know his own notes.
I do.
You don't!
My own notes. You're trying to expunge my notes from the record.
Anyways, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna, usually if there's a break, I don't know if you've seen like the most recent YouTube ones, but like I've had like a new intro and all this shit like that, and like in some of our breaks it's like a little musical like thing. This is intermission. I gotta make just a new one that straight up just says, we literally went on this conversation for an hour. I'm not subjecting the audience to this conversation. I'm just gonna delete that whole conversation.
It might be our most used break marker.
I'll probably, like, I'm gonna have to go through that, but I'm gonna put down being like, we went on this conversation for like 30 minutes. I'm not putting that in the fucking podcast.
I mean, you should.
No!
Add a time code for when
I love you so much. You're right, there are timestamps, and I have been putting timestamps.
Those arguments are what people watch us for.
Huh?
Those arguments are what some people watch us for. They are. If you delete them, you're removing part of the audience.
You aren't wrong, though, but also you piss me off.
You have to give them options, so you just time code it. You just time code it so that they can skip if they don't want it.
I gotta go through the whole...
You're already editing it. Just mark on a piece of paper where to time code it, and then just type in the time code at the end. That one's not hard to do, Isaiah.
You need to start pulling your weight on some shit, dog. I'm posting on social media. I'm editing this bitch. I'm doing an audio for the bitch. What do you do?
I'd happily read, review, watch, script, or time code. Happy to do those things.
Why would we script? Everything is off script. We do this shit off the rip, off the dome. Word for word, bar for bar. What?
We can script advertisements.
I am never... Let me be clear. I am never having you do an advertisement. I don't trust you to do an advertisement.
I'm very advertiser friendly.
The only thing I would ever let you do is if we ever open a Patreon. And if you want to do call to actions, I'll let you do call to actions. But I'm never letting you do an ad. Ever. You need to prove to me you can do it now.
Very advertiser friendly.
No, the fuck you're not.
I'm the most advertiser friendly.
No, the fuck you're not. I might have you time code. I'm not gonna lie. If we could be on time with this, I might have you time code because it takes me a lot of time.
Yes, have me time code.
Okay. All right, so shall we get into it then?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah.
So, how this is gonna work? Gonna go through it one last time for the audience.
Go.
We're gonna go through the categories one at a time. I'm gonna read out what my prediction was.
Okay.
If you want to know why I predicted what I predicted, you'll have to watch a giant piece of shit that we upload.
I might upload it. I might upload it. I might.
And then you'll read out what won, and then we'll both yell about why something won versus didn't win. That sounds right?
There's gonna be a lot of argument. Yeah.
Really? You think you and I are gonna argue?
Oh no!
I think it's gonna be us.
We're
We're
gonna rant. Hold the fuck on. Excuse me. Where are the nominations, good sir? Why are you not giving me the nominations?
Wait, we're gonna read out all the nominations.
At least for the
Okay.
because it makes it. I promise you, we're gonna have to have context for some of this shit.
Sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. Makes sense. Let's do it.
Okay.
Alright, so
what was the first one you had?
What do you mean? We haven't even read out the category. Why would I read out my prediction?
I'm pretty sure we fucked up at some point, like with categories. It's not like properly ordered, so we're gonna go.
No, they're in order.
Are you sure?
Yeah, remember I went back and made sure they were in order.
Okay. So
yeah, starting with EP.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
all right,
okay. we skip over. Yeah, you scroll to the bottom of the page.
I did.
Skip all the voice actors because we don't care about
I
actors.
have it right now.
Yep.
So I'm gonna read it.
So we don't care about actors in this house.
No! Whoa!
Despite
One, that's wild to say right now, given all the fucking Genshin Impact Shag Africa shit that's happening. Two,
you're the one who decided that.
Yeah, but that's because like we haven't watched the majority of those. We don't know anything for Spanish or Arabic or Chinese or fucking
I know
Italian.
Chinese for a couple.
No, you fucking don't. I promise. None of the anime
Some of them published in
that
Chinese, not Japanese.
I promise you, none of the anime you watched. There are no anime that you watched on the Anime Awards.
Life of the Immortal King has been.
It's not on there.
Awards. Not this year. Doesn't mean it's not ever on there. We've covered it.
Don't the
and you
fuck
know,
we
and
have.
You know what? Spanish. That one Netflix anime.
Which one?
I don't even fucking know its name.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking know its name, but it was there.
But it's not on the awards.
I've only seen it in Spanish.
But it's not on the awards.
So
why the fuck we would even talk about it? Because you didn't watch it.
Good point. It's not worth discussing any anime that isn't in the Anime Awards, don't you know?
If we didn't consume a part of the awards that we can't talk about, do you think that we should talk about that?
Yeah.
Why? Or are you just solely doing this to piss me off?
No, okay, if you actually want the answer as to why there's an ethical duty to do so, it's for the same reason we like to support creators we support, right? So, like, if we're going to cover the Anime Awards, there's an argument to say that's unethical, that it might be more unethical to not cover the individual actors and their awards than it is the anime because it's a more direct impact on the individual. When it's the whole anime, you're spreading out the impact on entire studios.
Okay, meet me in the middle. You're not guessing. I'm just going to announce the winners. I feel like that's a fair compromise.
Why is that a compromise? What is it? Oh, I was never going to guess the actors.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying that, like, You asked for the reason, and that would be the reason, is that there's an ethical duty to advertise them and their successes. What? What you asked? I didn't volunteer this information. You asked for it. I made a joke about how we don't.
Yeah, but you know
about how we don't care about voice actors.
No!
There was clearly a joke. There was clearly a joke.
It's
and
the internet.
You hopped on
the internet. No one's going to take that as a joke.
Okay, if you don't want it to be a joke, then you do have to recognize the truth in it. Because it's okay to recognize it as a joke and move on. But if it's not a joke anymore, if we shouldn't be treating it as a joke, then yeah, there's an ethical duty. The argument would be there's an ethical duty to advertise the successes of these individuals because this is their award in their field and this is how they get their advertisement. Just because we don't know them, we didn't watch them, doesn't mean we don't have an equal duty or greater duty to advertise their successes as we do the other studios and directors. You asked. You wanted to treat it as not a joke. There we go. I, for the record audience, wanted to joke about not caring about voice actors of different nationalities or languages.
Guys, I'm gonna give you a bug with you. I don't care. We're starting with ED. I do care about voice actors. Voice actors should be paid more, but in terms of listing it off, I don't want to be. It's hot today. Okay, I appreciate everyone who's voice acted and is able to give all of these fucking languages to be able to make anime so accessible to so many other people around the world. But it's hot. It's gonna be long.
But
I'm sorry.
I don't want to read your name.
No, it's not true. I swear to God, I'm just gonna have the name card. I'm just gonna have the fucking end this fucking pause and just elevator music while all the names just go on. I swear to God. Be like, there!
That would be a nice middle ground.
Oh, now you want a middle ground!
I just want the middle ground to make sense.
You don't make sense, you're broke. Anyways.
Me being broke has nothing to do with this.
But it is. Anyways, best Eddie secrets. Fuck you.
My prediction for best EP.
Let me fucking go through the cat like the nominees.
Okay. Is
you're lucky I just needed time to read this name. Otherwise, it would have been much funnier.
And as a reminder, in case it got cut earlier because we didn't come back to it, my prediction was made in a previous episode that may or may not air. The reasons for my predictions are in that episode. If we upload it, you can see it. There is a particularly bad episode for us. Lots of arguing. There's a whole 2-hour piece of bullshit at the end of it. But if you want the reasoning for my picks, there you go. And you know what? It's fun to put on the background, listen to bad shit sometimes. You should listen to it. What are the nominations for Best EP?
Okay. Antana T. I butchered that fucking name. But the ending for how do I say that? Ranman?
What?
Ranman at 1.5?
Ranma 1/2?
Ranma 1.5. The ending for Oshinoko Season 2, which was Burning. Kamakura Style, which was the ending to Elusive Samurai. There we go. Nobody, which was the ending to Kaiju number 8. Request, which was the ending to Solo Leveling. And Tai Dada, which was the ending to Dandadan.
And my prediction for winner is going to be Solo Leveling.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
that's what I wrote down. So.
Yeah, it was Solo Leveling. Solo Leveling won.
It had a pretty damn strong EP. I still think it deserves Best EP, but my pick for Best EP wasn't even on the nominations list. So
which one was your pick?
Apothecary Diaries.
Oh, that one had a really strong EP.
Yeah.
In the first season. You're right.
Otherwise, Oshinoko was really strong too.
I would have picked either Oshinoko or Kaiju number 8.
Oh, fuck. Frieren also wasn't in the nominees, huh?
Yeah.
And it has 2 of the best EPs of last year. That's going to be a repeated thing, huh? Frieren wasn't even in the nominees.
Oh, there's gonna be more than that. Don't worry.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't worry.
Okay, what's the next category?
The next category, God, I hate how Crunchyroll sets up their stuff. Opening sequence.
I'm not gonna like this one.
Oh, definitely not. So the nomination for this one...
Actually, it was a good choice. My pick wins, actually. My pick was really good.
The openings were Bling 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 Boom, Born. No, Bling 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 Born, which was the Mashle opening. Fatal,
Fuck that shit, no.
You're trash. Fatal, which was the Oshinoko Season 2 opening. Level, which was the Solo Leveling Season 1 opening.
Yep.
Otonoke, which was the Dandadan opening.
Overrated.
And Us, which was the One Piece opening. Which was actually a really good opening.
So my pick, like with EPs for OP, my picks for the actual best weren't even nominated. Frieren and Apothecary Diaries again.
They did have good openings.
Fantastic openings. The best openings. But from the list I had to choose from, the winner I chose was Solo Leveling.
No, I was Dandadan.
That shit was overrated. It's good, but it's overrated. And you guys have bad taste.
No,
it's overrated. It's good, but it's overrated. It's good. It's not great.
And Dero don't.
It has two. It's literally less than the sum of its parts. Each thing separated into its own. The animation and the song are both great on their own. When put together, they're just good.
No, they're great.
No, they're just good.
No.
They're just great and good.
No. Anyway, best score.
Alright. What were the nominations for best score?
Best score was Bleach 1000 Year Blood War.
Yeah.
Dandadan. Okay, no, you're not in Bleach. We're not doing Bleach score sets. Bleach has an amazing score. We're not going to do this now. It's a fantastic score. Hispanic guitar is fire.
Listen,
you're not gonna do this.
My hat had less to do with Bleach than it had to do with what I know.
Oh no, I get that.
Isn't on the
I get that. We're not going to be spitting fucking vitriol at Bleach's.
It wasn't targeted at Bleach.
Oh, I'm sorry, we're not doing that.
Coincidental that Bleach was read first. Anything that was read first would have gone the eh, because it's just a category getting the eh for me. Because I know what's not on there. Continue.
Dandadan. Demon Slayer, the training arc.
Mm-hmm.
Frieren, Beyond Journey's End.
Yep.
Look Back. And Solo Leveling.
So Frieren was on there?
Yeah.
This is best score?
Yes.
My pick was Frieren.
No, you're wrong. It's Solo Leveling.
You know what? I can't be that mad. Can't be that mad. That was my second pick anyways.
Season 1, though. I just...
Season 1. Okay.
That's my
hold on.
That's my problem.
Wait, does it specify Season 1?
Yes. Because it gives a Season 1 visual arts.
Oh, interesting. Then I kind of agree with your take then.
Yeah.
Season 1 was less insanely good. It was still really good.
It was
deserving a nomination, but not winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, my top picks for that weren't even nominated, so who cares? Literally, this was the one that I only guessed 2 successful ones, right? Like, Mushoko Tensei wasn't on there all. Oshinoko wasn't on there all. Kaiju number 8 wasn't on there all, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had a good score, but I think there are other things that would have kept it from the nominations this year.
Bullshit. Bullshit is what kept it from the nomination. Alright.
Okay, away from that.
If I'm not wrong, the next category is Best Song?
Yes.
Okay. What are the nominations for Best Song?
Best Song is Abyss, which was the Kaiju number 8 opening.
Fucking good.
Bling 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 Born, which was the national opening.
Which was the national opening?
Yeah.
Oh, bullshit. Yeah.
You're wrong.
Fucking overrated.
No.
Overrated. Kind of crap.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
Great.
It is trash.
No, you're trash.
You're right. I'm great.
No,
it was trash.
No, you're being. No, you're being. Your being is trash. Your being is trash. You're trash.
What are you connected to?
Okay.
What were the nominations? Trash?
Fatal. No! Stop! No. Fatal by not by well yeah the Fatal, which is the Oshinoko season 2 opening.
Oh, that was good.
Level,
it wasn't great, but it was good.
Level, which is a solo leveling season 1. I actually need to start specifying that for solo leveling, but yeah, solo leveling season 1 opening.
Solo leveling had some strong openings.
Otonoke, which is the season 1 Dandadan opening, and the Brave. I don't know if that was an opening. I don't think so for Frieren. I don't know what the Brave was, but I know it's not the opening. I think. I don't think so.
You know, it would be hella funny
What?
if it was the EP, even though it wasn't nominated for best EP.
That would.
That would be so funny.
No, it would not.
Also, if it's not the OP, it doesn't make sense because it also wasn't nominated for best score. So if it was anything other than the opening, they picked.
Okay.
They picked from a category that it should have been nominated for.
Hold on.
Without,
In this regard, I actually think it would be okay and make sense if something had a best anime song but not best score.
Nope.
That's one.
No.
That's one song.
If you have the best song across all of anime, period, there's no way your average score for your entire score. Score is being used in two different ways in that sense. It's not a repetition.
That also depends.
There's no way that it doesn't rise to nomination level.
That depends, because you can have a not great. You can have like a below average like overall. You can have like the rest of your soundtrack could be dog shit. But you can have one banger song. I would not put that for best score. If something had something at least consistently good, versus something that had something amazing and everything else just trash or not. Or
okay,
like
do you think
amazing.
that's the case in this case?
Okay, well, no.
Do you exactly?
Okay, well,
exactly.
no, hold on.
So, why are you making this argument?
Because the argument.
Now we gotta get down. Why are you defending their choice not to nominate
I'm not.
Frieren?
You made a generality.
Why are you protecting them?
Hold on.
Why are you in their pocket? Did they buy you off? No, they bought you off.
Motherfucker, you think if they bought me off, you don't think I'd be sharing some
I think
cheddar
they
with
could
you?
buy you off by sending you a Hatsune Miku with a fucking mouse pad.
No. That's insane. I'm not that cheap of a whore.
You can buy me off with almost any product, anytime.
What the fuck, dude?
I said I'll advertise for anyone.
That's insane. Anyways, what's your pick out of these?
What was my pick?
God,
No.
No. I thought you said to read out. I thought you were gonna say to read off the end.
No. I just have to lean forward to see what my choice for best song, given the limited choices, because my understanding is that Frieren wasn't in my guesses because I didn't think they'd nominate it. No, wait, hold on. Was it because I didn't recognize the song from Frieren? Which song is it in Frieren?
The Brave.
Why did I choose solo leveling? I chose solo leveling.
I don't know why you picked solo. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I'll be honest. I think it's because I thought it was a season 2 nomination. Season 2 actually has probably the strongest use of a song in an anime last year.
Oh yeah, season 2.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't know.
Season 2 has the strongest use of a single song for a moment in anime last year.
Which one are you talking about?
There could be 2. That's right. The semi-finale.
Oh, with Beater?
I think so. I'm bad with names.
The ant.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking the mother was a good part.
I mean, honestly, the wrap up. The last episode's wrap up had a really strong use of its final song too.
Yeah, that did too as well.
That was
it felt very like
excellent pseudo montage.
Yeah, it felt very satisfying just seeing everything, and like the music really helped with that.
It was shockingly well choreographed for it. Yeah.
No, I'll agree with that. That's
solo leveling was really strong.
Well, hold on. We'll get through it. I have my opinions about the awards. So we'll fucking get to it. At least about this year's awards. Oh, did you guess the winner? Oh, you thought it was...
I think, I marked solo leveling. I think I should have marked Frieren because I love Frieren, but I marked
No, you should have marked Dandadan, because that's the winner.
No.
Yes.
On ethical principles alone, I would never have marked Dandadan.
Well, you suck, so... I don't know.
Dandadan doesn't... Wait, what the fuck song was chosen for Dandadan?
The opening song.
It's fucking lame. Okay, you cannot tell me that opening was stronger than the best use of a song in half of the other shows on the nomination list. Even if you love the OP, which you do, there's no way you can say it was the best song over how Frieren used... Frieren made me cry with a single musical sting.
Hold on.
Frieren made me cry!
Hold on!
Sub 1 second.
Hold on! Are we basing this category off of the best use within the anime, or
just best use of a song period,
or just the song itself?
Best use of a song period, which can include both of those contexts. The thing is that because it can include both those contexts, if one of those contexts is superior to the other, it should default to that.
I think
so. If they used a song so well that in conjunction with its anime, it deserves best song for that. Because best song should just be in a vacuum. It's the best thing to listen to. That's not what that means. If I think the spirit of best song in an anime award is the best use of a song in an anime.
I don't know, big boy.
I think that is in the spirit of the anime awards. It's not the music awards. It's not the music section of the anime awards even. It's just the anime awards, and this is a category in the anime awards. We can look at their definition, actually, for the category. They publish the definitions of categories, remember?
Let's do this at like the end while we're having the way we can talk.
I mean, this might actually change this part of the conversation.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I really just want to get through this shit.
Okay.
We took way too.
What was the winner?
Huh?
What was the winner?
I told you.
What?
It was okay. It was Dandadan.
Oh, that doesn't deserve that. Fuck that. No. No. Nah, choose something else.
No.
Anime awards, choose something else.
Anyways, we have the must protect it.
Oh my god. If Dandadan sweeps the anime awards, I'm going to be so miffed. It's not even mad. It's just miffed. I would just be annoyed. That would just annoy the shit out of me. Don't smile like that. I don't.
We have must protect at all costs. The nominations.
Yeah, read out the nominations.
Anya Forger. Frieren. What?
I forgot what I wrote for this one.
Oh my fucking. Okay, what? Now you have to say it. What did you write?
Disabled girl.
What the fuck? Bro, she's not disabled!
She is!
No, she's not!
She is!
What do you mean?
The deaf girl! She has a disability! That's what that is!
Who?
The deaf girl!
Which deaf girl?
The deaf girl!
Oh! Okay, to be fair, I said Anya, you said deaf girl. I was like, what?
You said Anya? Sorry, no, I didn't mean the first nomination.
Yeah, I was like, Anya's not deaf!
I just remembered what I wrote in I looked over for my winner and saw disabled girl.
No, okay, that's fair. Okay, fine. Okay,
right.
I get.
Sorry, continue, sorry.
So, Anya Forger.
Probably won, but I didn't pick that. Fuck that.
Frieren.
Doesn't deserve it.
Okarun.
Yeah.
Senshi.
Yeah.
Tokuyuji Hojo,
Yeah.
which I know most people probably... Well, some people did watch it, but not as big as the other ones. That was from Elusive Samurai. Oh my god.
And if we're talking about like a literal most deserving... Yeah.
Okay. No, it doesn't have...
No, like not in the spirit of the anime awards, but like literally...
Oh yeah, like to literally protect, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would take... Yeah, he would take... Yeah. And then Yuki Tose, which... Alex, I totally forgot. I kind of have to put that up with the other one now, because the disabled comment is not going to make any sense without that, like, a 30-minute conversation. It does not look good. Because you're just writing disabled.
It doesn't look good even with the context. Even with the context, it's not good.
Yeah, fair.
It was a bad episode. We did bad things. We were bad people.
Okay, it wasn't bad in that regard. We didn't say horrendous things. It's just retired.
I wrote down disabled girl, dude. And I picked her just because she was deaf. And because I thought people had a fetish for disability.
God, you and whoever made the comment about Josie and the fire and Josie and the
Let that explode everywhere.
that is
That got so big, Shoe on Head made a whole fucking 30-minute video responding to it.
I saw somebody reacted to that, and I was like, Jesus Christ. That's a whole thing. I don't know how I feel about that movie. That's a whole conversation for later.
It's a great movie. What do you mean you don't know how you feel about that movie?
Oh, no. The discourse around, like, that clip that was posted.
Oh, it's people being stupid and lacking nuance.
Okay,
Like we know they do.
Okay, I'm glad we get... Okay.
It's the same reason I picked the disability girl for winner, because people lack nuance and fetishize disability at the same time. Yeah. I was making a big joke about that by picking her.
Wait, but isn't the whole problem the reason it blew up? It's people just assumed the fetish?
Yeah, that was the joke. Yeah. The joke of me picking her.
I'm not gonna lie. I was so tired. I'm so sorry. No, I remember the bit. I remember the bit now. Yes, I remember the bit. Right. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. It did come off as a bit in that episode, but
it was a bit.
It was a bit.
It's clearly a bit. Look at what.
No, I realized that. We're spending too much time on it. Who do you think won?
Who do I think won? Anya Forger.
It's Okarin.
Who did Okarin?
No,
really?
no, it was Anya. You know what's funny? You probably actually would have preferred Okarin.
I would.
You would have.
I was like, you know what? He's not deserving of protection compared to anyone else on that list. But you know what?
It's like, you know what? It's not Anya, so fuck it.
Anya, so I'd be down.
No, of course it's gonna be Anya.
It's fucking lame.
Of course it's gonna be
so
Anya.
Fucking lame.
She's like the darling of the anime community.
I don't care. She doesn't deserve to be the darling.
Who do you think deserves it then? If you had to pick one darling
first of all, the darling used to be the darling. Yeah. For the longest time,
that's different context.
For a long time,
that's different context.
Okay,
who do I think
deserves to be the darling of the anime community?
Yeah, because she was like the waifu. That's different.
Hold on, let me think a second.
Also, we're talking about a child.
Let me think. Okay, so. No, you and I both agree on it.
I would love to know what you think.
I'm going to say 2 words, and you will instantly know and agree. Big brother. Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that, actually.
There's no way you don't think Mina deserves it. There's no way. You don't think she deserves to be the darling of the anime community? Tragic backstory, tragic ending, tragic middling, tragic transformation, tragic abuse by a parent figure, and one of the only children in anime that the anime community wasn't straight up annoyed by during that entire period. One of the only children in anime that united anime audiences during a time when every fucking child in anime annoyed the shit out of everyone.
I might not be able to fight this. I'm trying to think.
Her name was Mina, right?
No, Nina. It was
Nina.
Yeah. Nina. It was Nina Tucker.
Yeah.
Nina Tucker.
We don't say the last name.
We
don't say that name. Tucker.
We don't speak it.
Tucker is a 5-letter word.
How dare you call me a slur?
How dare you call her a slur like that? Is this a 6-letter word? Is Tucker a 6-letter word? I don't do math.
Yeah, it's a 6-letter word.
It's a 6-letter word, whatever.
Damn. I mean, honestly, I hate to say it, but the biggest reason is just screen time. She made such an impact, but like...
In so little screen time.
Yeah, but also she's...
Come on, who else has had that amount of impact per minute? Who?
I'm trying to think. I really can't think of anybody else. At least child-wise, I can't think about that. No way. There's so much anime out there. These two, Anya and Nina cannot be the only, like...
They're not the only ones, but they're... I don't even think Anya should be one of the most. I really don't. She's super powered. She's super fortunate to be with who she's with. She's with immortal protectors, essentially. Anya shouldn't be on this list.
But
she doesn't need protection.
But she is, though.
She doesn't need anyone else's. What? Why? I don't care that she is. She doesn't deserve it. You know what would have happened to her had the others not come into her life? She would have lived a perfectly normal life until she learned to abuse her powers like a normal child, and then she would have been a CEO at a Fortune 500 within.
Okay, that's making a lot of sense.
She can read minds.
I don't, but there's always been. But
she passed herself off as someone 3 years her senior by mind reading as a fucking 4-year-old.
I don't know. I don't know. The anime set it up as her not having a very great life and her always being rejected.
No. She was. I'm sorry. Anime viewers, I know most of you are divorced from reality, but growing up in the system is not the worst possible thing on earth.
Okay, no. I'm not saying growing up in the system. There was like other things. There was like the aspect of like every family that she was a part of. They always like
every kid in the system faces that.
Okay,
the majority of
kids but just because you can't just say that being like, okay, well, everyone faces that.
And unlike the majority of other kids, she was a little white girl. She was gonna get adopted. Doesn't matter if it took another year. She was gonna get adopted before she would age out of the system.
It still sucks. It still sucks. She had to go. It's still
sure, but not the most. It doesn't suck enough so that you deserve everyone's empathy like that. It doesn't. No, she doesn't deserve extra empathy over, say, any of the 86ers.
Like the anime?
Yeah.
86? Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
Those are all child soldiers who are going to be murdered by their own statehood. I'm sorry, Anya doesn't deserve more empathy than those kids. Any of them. Do you know who Anya doesn't even amount to deserving as much empathy as? I'm going to say a Nazi. What's her face? The little girl Nazi. The isekai Nazi.
Oh, Tanya?
Yeah, Tanya.
You're insane.
Tanya's being fucked with by a literal omnipotent being.
That's
Tanya got fucked in is a man that got fucked into a little tiny girl's body as a way for God to fuck with him.
Okay, but Tanya doesn't.
That's deserving of more empathy than
but we're not
regular girl with additional superpowers.
Okay, fine, but we're not looking for empathy. We're looking for protection, and Tanya does not need protection. Tanya is a literal war criminal.
Anya. There's Anya.
Tanya killed 27 people in Cripple Life.
And Anya would have been a CEO of a Fortune 500 company. And
you don't know that. You're making assumptions. You're making assumptions.
Sure.
If you had that power, probably would have.
No. I'm not making assumptions because of things I would do. I'm making assumptions based off of what I think are predictable results from the majority of humans.
But that's dog. You can't just assume that she just would become Fortune 500, though.
She would either become Fortune 500 or the greatest political leader in all of world history.
You don't know that. Maybe she wants a quiet life. Maybe she doesn't want that. Maybe she wants something else. Maybe she becomes a criminal.
Anything she wants, she would get. I don't think you get how overpowered mind reading is.
Okay.
Anything she chose to do as an adult, she would get.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do.
You don't know that.
Really? Really? How many powers do you think there are that are more powerful, more close to omniscience than mind reading?
The power is strong, but it depends on the user still.
The user has shown herself to be clearly intelligent, above the average for her peers even. Not only that, but also above average in terms of physical capability. Remember, she's literally 3 years younger than all of her peers and is physically outdoing some of them, including the boys in her class.
When did you see this? I don't remember her doing anything physical beyond.
She smacks the fuck out of that boy, dude.
With the ball?
What?
Which one?
No, she literally, like in episode 1 or 2, she smacks the fuck out of the main boy. The main little crush boy,
of Damien?
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah, she can put the smackdown on males that are almost double her age. Remember what her age is? They're almost double her age.
You can be not as strong as someone and still throw a punch that hurts somebody.
Sure.
That doesn't entail that someone is just is out doing something.
I'm sorry. It's more likely to until they're not. And if you disagree with that, you're blowing smoke up your own ass. She is physically competing. We know she's passing her PE course. It's the only course that she is passing because she has problems with the other things.
But there's a whole dodgeball episode where that's not true. Because Damien and the rest of them can throw a ball and she barely even does it. That's how she's able to get out.
And yet, she still manages to succeed given her physicality, given her skill levels, given the gap in physical development. She still manages to compete. She manages to outcompete most of her peers across the board, actually. Anytime she's put to a test, she is able, thanks in no small part to her powers, to circumnavigate any extra test that isn't given to her peers and succeed in the eyes of the administration.
I don't even think she does that because I know she has to study, but then also at the same time, I'm pretty sure she failed some of her tests. I know for what reason? I can't remember.
Anytime she fails a test, she's then put to the test by the administration and then achieves something significant through an extraordinary act. Usually directly due to her mind reading. For example, the pool episode with the drowning kid and shit. She successfully saved someone's life because of mind reading and gets awarded because of it, even though she was going to be facing a critical failure in that sector. You're not going to win this one. She has a superpower. She literally has one of the most powerful superpowers ever put to anything ever. She's child Charles Xavier, dude. Like that, there's no argument you can make. I'm sorry, is Charles Xavier not one of the most powerful mutants of all time?
Yeah, but that's an old man, though.
No. Power. Hold on. He had it as a kid.
I know.
Why do you think he is an old man? Because he had that power. If he had been a mutant with a shitty power, he may have faced actual adversity. He didn't, though. He was a mind reader. It's overpowered. You just can't.
I'm not denying the power isn't overpowered. I never disagreed on the power.
And she's not deserving as much empathy or protection status as other children.
So what, you just want to throw to the dogs?
She already has two of the most powerful protectors of all time. I don't need to throw her anywhere. She's in a good place.
Yeah, she has Lloyd and Yor, but like the context of the awards isn't like who needs it then. It's on the aspect of if you did, would you? Like, would you protect them? Obviously, it'd be like a situation like if you had to protect...
No, it's must protect at all costs, and I must protect them every moment. I don't need to protect her. She has protectors.
I think you're taking that part a little too...
No, I'm sorry.
It is in quotation. It is in quotations. Must protect at all costs.
Yeah, so I don't must protect her. She doesn't need more protecting. I must not protect her.
I think you're taking a tad bit too literally.
No, that has to be what that means. That I personally feel the need to protect someone. I don't feel that for her because she has the most powerful protectors in the world.
All right. Well, you feel how I feel. You feel how I feel.
Hold on. What is your interpretation of that?
Of what?
Of must protect at all costs. Do you not think that's a personal feeling that you must protect them?
No, I agree. I agree. It's a personal feeling, but also you're saying like lore, like Yor and Lloyd are there. She doesn't need that. Yeah. But it's like okay, well, it's not in the context of like, you know, if you had to protect them at all times, would you? Like obviously, audience doesn't need it if we're talking in the context of...
You think that it's a generalization of a desire to protect and not a necessity of protection. Then no. Then this category doesn't make sense the way it's nominated. Historically, in our day-to-day lives, most people feel the most need to protect someone when they're romantically involved with them. when they feel significantly about them, when they're a family member. It has very little to do with being cute. It is clear that this category is about the cute, innocent, and those that are unable to protect themselves, typically.
You can want to protect something that's cute. There's a lot of people that want to protect something.
I'm not saying you can't. Engage with what I said.
I did.
The majority of times when someone has that feeling, it has to do with romantic interest.
I know that, but I'm also countering that, saying there are other times where people. There are a lot of times.
That's not countering. That's not a counter. In order to counter, you have to make the claim. No, the majority of times people feel the desire to protect something, it's because it's cute. No, that would be a counter.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is that I think you're negating that there's a big portion.
I'm not.
I think you are.
No, I'm not negating it. Reality negates it. The majority. I think
you're not acknowledging a part of reality that says that would acknowledge that there are some people that would want to protect something just because it's cute.
No, I'm not ignoring that. My original assumption was that that's what that specific sense of protection is what the anime award is about.
But what I'm saying is that I think you're ignoring that that's probably a bigger part of people's feelings.
So you are trying to counter. You're saying that the majority of people who want to protect something want to protect the cute thing.
No. I'm not saying majority. I'm saying
you have to.
I'm saying
you have to.
I'm saying a big portion.
I don't care about big portion. What is the majority? What is more than 50%? I'm sorry. Are 50% or more of the nominations adult women? If not, they don't actually match the need to protect for the majority of people in culture. So, it's about, specifically, the need to protect things that can't protect themselves. Children. Cute things. And under that assumption, Anya doesn't fit, because she already has the best protection in the world. You can't win this, and I didn't set it up so that... there's a reason why I have the opinion I do. If this was just feeling the desire or characters that you wanted to not die, that would be a different category, and it would be mostly, actually in anime it might be mostly cute boys. It might be like teenage males typically, because of how shonen works and how deadly shonen is a genre.
I think you're off of that base. I think it is going to be mostly cute girls. I think it is going to be more.
I think it'd be about 40% cute girls to boys. I think there'd be more Gons and Killuas than there would be Winries.
I'm thinking more of like. Okay, it's
not. How many people? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, because I was gonna bring up shoujo examples, so that's bad. But
who in shoujo needs to be protected?
Well, not protected, but if people wanted to protect them, I would assume that there's the desire to want to protect them.
I'd actually counter and say that in many shoujo comedies, especially, part of the reason the comedy works and people enjoy it is actually the lack of necessity to protect the character. For example, Nisekoi, or not Nisekoi. What's the one with the deer girl? No one feels the need to protect the deer girl. You know why? Because her being abused. Yeah, her being abused or nearly dying or dying is the joke.
Okay, well yeah, there's that. But I was leading more into like the Dress Up Darlings of Nagatoro. Okay, maybe not Nagatoro. Nagatoro
in Dress Up Darling, I think there'd be an almost equal number of people that want to protect the male main character than the female main love interest.
Okay, in that one maybe.
Yeah.
In that specific one maybe. Fine.
Name one where that wouldn't be the case.
Komi
can't communicate. Komi can't communicate.
I think there's
that's because there isn't a male main character and Komi can't communicate.
Yes, there is. What the fuck? Yes, there is.
No, yeah.
I was saying, I was like, wait, are you fucking with me?
Good point. People with disabilities.
No! I didn't mean to do that. No.
What?
Wait, does that count as a no? Does she what?
Social anxiety disorder is a disability.
Oh man!
What? No. Well, I'm sorry. What did you think was happening? Why do you think people would need to protect her? Because she has a disability and needs protection.
God, fine, Uzaki-chan. Okay, Uzaki-chan. Fuck yeah, Uzaki-chan. She doesn't have a disability. I know she doesn't. Fuck you.
Who the fuck is Uzaki-chan?
Short silver hair, 19-year-old big booba girl. Everyone mistook her for Lolly, and people were like, Yeah, you like
Ooh.
Uzaki-chan.
In what?
Uzaki-chan. It's called Uzaki-chan.
I don't think anyone wanted to protect Uzaki-chan.
That's not true.
No, she's part of the tomboy characteristic that likes to protect themselves in the memeology. Even though the anime will play up the opposite.
No. You're thinking of Tomo-chan. I'm talking about Uzaki-chan.
What the fuck is Uzaki-chan?
I know which one you're talking about. You're thinking of Tomo-chan, like redheaded girl, like with the whole.
No, I'm thinking about short white haired girl, big booba.
I would not call Uzaki-chan no tomboy.
She's not, but she is.
I would not.
Anime likes to have its way both ways with women.
No, both in personality or looks. Like I wouldn't call anything about her.
She's the one with the tooth, right? The fang.
Yeah,
she has a fang. Yeah. Anyone with a fang is a tomboy.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. I would no.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Name one toothed character that isn't tomboy in either action or appearance.
Fuck, I'm trying to think. I don't pay attention to fangs. I don't know how many characters actually have fangs.
It's a characteristic of tomboyish aesthetic.
No. Okay,
Yes.
no, I'm looking this up. I'm sorry, we will get to the fucking awards.
I'm not the one diverting us for the.
No, you are. I will take part blame, but don't you dare sit there and don't you sit there and take any blame, because you know what? I tried that for twice, and you did the bullshit that you do, being like, well, hold on, you can't just get it there. I don't like things when they're unsatisfied, knowing that I'm trying to move on. And yeah, I know you're upset at spaghetti, but put that fucking chain away.
Actually, that was a satisfied eating.
I
eat as a victory,
not that a victory. Fuck you.
You know when people do memes when they win in Battle Royale? What is that called?
Emoting?
Yeah, IE is an emote.
That's gross. That's very gross. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. I'm moving on.
You couldn't find one?
Huh? No, there's the pink girl from Angel Beats that I think...
tomboyish.
No, she's play sports. Fuck.
Yeah.
No, fuck you.
Not come with this one.
No. God, Toru's a tomboy.
Yep. Dude, this has been my primary task.
No. God. Kofuku is not a tomboy.
Show me Kofuku. Do I know Kofuku?
Did you watch Noragami?
Which one?
Noragami? That's the one with the god.
Yeah. Which one is she? She has a fang?
Apparently.
Where?
I don't fucking know. This is the character. This is snap. I looked up a list of snap.
Hold on. Character having fang means that the default appearance is a fang, not character presents a fang at some point, because then every anime character ever has had a fang.
Nigga, the mouth is closed. Like, what the fuck you want?
Actually, mouth being closed, most characters with fangs still show fangs.
That's not true. Uzaki-chan has a... I know. Most. I will say Uzaki-chan has a fang. Most, but not all. Not all.
I'm not saying all.
Actually, I know. I wouldn't even say fucking most, bitch.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Show me the majority. The majority of primary fang girls.
We'll be here forever.
Well, then why don't we move back to the main...
I tried!
And yet here we are.
At best supporting character. It's so damn
hot. Best supporting character. Who are the nominations?
Oh, right. I gotta read the nominations. Fern from Frieren. Himmel from Frieren.
Okay.
You want me to go slow? You want to go slow?
No, it's that Fern is a primary character.
We had this conversation.
I know.
We had this.
You know what is worth watching? Go watch the other one.
Fern from Frieren. Himmel from Frieren. Jinsei from Frieren. Psycho. No, I said Jinsei from Frieren. Jinsei from Apothecary Diaries. Psycho from Dandadan. Senshi from Dungeon Meshi. And Turbo Granny from Dandadan.
What the fuck, Turbo Granny?
That one, actually, I was kind of surprised.
So this
I mean, not really, but also like why?
This one I didn't put a star next to because only one of my guesses was listed, and it's Fern. So I guess I have to pick Fern.
Congratulations, it's Fern. Fern did win this category.
Oh shit! There we go.
You got very lucky with your one.
I disagree with that. She's a supporting character. I disagree with that.
I get that. We had a conversation. I get that.
Yeah.
Man, this is another category you had a problem with.
What categories did I not have problems with?
We'll get to it. There's like maybe one or two.
Actually, anime of the year is pretty easy to understand.
Well, to be fair, it's because
best director. I don't have a problem with best director because it's easy to understand.
Yeah.
Best OP, best EP. I also understand. I don't have problems with those categories.
Okay. Okay. Best main character. Frieren. For Frieren. Kafka Himino from Kaiju number 8. Jesus fucking Christ. Momo from Dandadan. Okarun from Dandadan. Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries. And Sunjin Woo from Solo Leveling Season 1.
I didn't put a star. You had me stop picking winners.
God damn it.
That's what happened. It's okay. I can just pick them off of from there.
Okay. That's fine.
Best main character.
Yes.
It's Fern from Frieren and
No, Frieren from Frieren.
It's Frieren from Frieren. And it's
I do agree with you. Fern should be in here.
And it's who from
Fern from
Is
Frieren.
Kurosawa no Hitakara? Is that
that's right, because you brought up the fucking list.
It's Apothecary Diaries, I think.
Mao Mao, yeah.
Between Frieren and Mao Mao, damn, that is hard. This is best, not favorite, best.
Best. It does say best.
Then, despite both being written excellently, with fantastic depth and wonderful exploration of perspective, I'd give the edge to Frieren.
Okay, that's pretty predictable.
I think the favorite is Momo. I think Momo's more likely to win between the two, but my pick for best is going to be Frieren.
Well, you're wrong.
Who is it?
Sunjin Woo.
You're joking.
I'm not.
What?
We'll talk about it.
Wait,
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the end.
Is it because people were really horny for his voice?
Okay, actually, I guess we're talking about it now. Fuck it, I'll talk about it now.
No, like, for real. Like, part of the point of his narrative is that the character is becoming less human and less deep over time.
It can't
be that they gave him best character because he's the best written or most narratively deep.
We're gonna be honest. I think you're giving the anime community way too much credit.
No. I think I'm giving the program. I think he was picked as best character because he made people the most horny.
No. Oh well, there's actually some... No. There's some truth to it, but I think I have a pretty.
How else is he the best main character?
I have two pretty good ideas as to why. Honestly, for being honest.
Maybe I'm not considering a broad enough perspective narrative. Technically, Jinwoo is the most vital main character of those listed.
Okay.
Like, to his world, he's the most vital. Like, he has the most impact on his world. His world doesn't exist without him. Literally.
I mean, you can...
No, you can't make that...
No. Mao Mao, I get it. Like, obviously, her world can't exist without her.
It can exist very well without her.
Technically, if you want to be technical, so they did bring up the fact that they are the ones that stopped the previous Demon King shit. Frieren's world wouldn't exist without Frieren. But you can also wait. But you can also argue, since they never actually explore that, show that in the show, that's technically not part of it.
One, it's not confirmed that she has a significant impact, other than that she provided.
I think
technically, Himmel the hero is who defeated the Demon King.
But that was the
Frieren is a mage in the hero's party.
But that was
and we don't know the level of necessity at which she was there. It is possible, even if it's not likely, that the hero's party would have always succeeded without Frieren. And I wouldn't even say it's unlikely. Both the narrative and the reality of her world is that Himmel the hero was the most important key player in that narrative.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from there. I do see where you're coming from.
And
there.
we see other mages of her era with similar, if not equal, power.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think you're giving this voting base way too much credit.
I'm just trying to think of what perspectives it fits in, because I can see perspectives at which he wins best character. I'm not too miffed by it. There are two unique perspectives. They're not my personal perspective, but there are two perspectives I can accept in which he wins.
That's fair. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really just don't think it's that deep. I think the
fuck is it? What's more shallow than horny? What's more shallow than?
I'm gonna leave it at 2 words, and then I'll have a deeper discussion, because just talking about anything will probably spoil the rest of the list. But aura farming.
The fuck is that?
It's a term that's been thrown around a lot. But
the fuck is aura farming?
Aura farming.
Aura farming does not characterization make.
I know. But aura farming.
Are you really telling me Frieren didn't aura farm hard enough? Did you not see Frieren?
Unironically, probably not.
How she just slaughters demons is always aura farming.
Okay, yeah, okay, but there's a...
Sure, no one aura farms harder than solo leveling. Solo leveling is aura farm that is... The primary narrative is about an aura farm.
First of all, I'm baffled. I don't have to explain that to you. But...
Aura farming has been around long before the term was popularized.
Listen, I don't know with you, okay? There are terms from centuries ago you didn't know. We won't talk about those. But it's things from wild ago that you didn't know. So I have to just...
Aura farming is essential to Sun Tzu's Art of War.
You're fucking with me. I don't...
No, I'm not. It's not directly translated.
Obviously,
in multiple translations, it is aura. Sorry, it's not translated as aura farming. It is aura. It is developing reputation.
You're saying
aura farming.
You're saying like one of the like. Wait. Is it right to say? Is it right to say that's one of the more iconic books out there?
Like the Art of War?
Yes.
Is one of the most influential books of all time.
Listen,
yes.
I just want to make sure, okay? I don't know, okay? So
it's below the Bible, but it's above most other things.
Okay, fine, fair. So you're going to tell me...
Even in the West, it's above most other things.
You're going to tell me that general, I forget his name, Sun Tzu? Yeah, Sun Tzu. You're going to tell me that Sun Tzu's book, The Art of War, one of the most iconic fucking books out there,
literally teaches people that...
I do not believe you. I do not actually believe you.
In almost so many words too. The concept absolutely.
No.
1 million. Yes.
No.
Yes.
There's no way. Sun
Tzu always discusses the opposite side of the coin. If you don't have the force, the power to back up the threat you're demanding, right? He literally describes ways of developing an aura through characterization, the spread of information and misinformation, in order to develop reputations, aura, in this case, so that when you meet somebody, you can capitalize by also exuding confidence and to trick your opponent, to trick your enemy, into believing you are as deadly as you are threatening. That's literally aura farming. Sun Tzu literally teaches to aura farm in The Art of War, and I'm pretty sure in many translations the word aura has even been used for parts of it.
That sounds like that comes from the book. I don't want to believe you, though. It becomes to I don't believe you to I don't want to believe you.
Wait, why not?
Because that's insane if that's the case.
That description is key to all political and conflict-oriented strategy in the world.
That's insane to me. That's insane to me.
Ore farming is not a new concept. It's not even a new term. It's just a newly popularized term.
That's insane. I'm just gonna tell it like it is. That's fucking crazy.
But true. I don't even think it's that crazy. That's like if I could conceptualize it, it must not be that crazy.
That you might actually be onto something. Okay, we're on best.
Slice of life, right?
I guess. Yeah. No, I was just looking at something. I was like, wait, was this on Slice of Life? Yeah. So best Slice of Life. So the nomination for this one was Laid Back Camp Season 3.
Yeah.
Makane, Too Many Losing Heroines.
Those two are the only ones I was able to guess.
Mr. Villain's Day Off. My Dear Friend No-Katan. Sound, Euphorium 3, and The Dangers in My Heart Season 2.
So I don't think my pick will actually win.
Which one's your pick?
But my pick is going to be, now that I've actually started it, Too Many Losing Heroines is really fucking good. Yeah, it's really fucking good. Yeah, that's my pick. Now that I've actually seen, I'd already seen Laid Back Camp, I guess, but yeah, that's my pick.
Well, you're actually right. Laid Back Camp? No, not
Laid Back Camp is not my pick.
Makane, Too Many Losing Heroines. Yeah, that's the winner.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's actually the winner.
It kind of deserves it.
I've heard
it's really
nothing.
fucking good. To be fair, I haven't seen most of the rest of the list, but it is really fucking good.
I have heard nothing but good things from that show.
To be fair, the reason I'm watching it is because I heard more good things about it than I did any of the others.
That's fair, yeah.
It kind of makes sense that that's one. Yeah.
Alright. Best drama.
Hey, we had one we moved through quickly and had no disagreements with. I had to say that because we're doing drama next. I know drama's about to go off too, so.
We'll see. Maybe.
We had a whole thing about it in the other episode.
Maybe. Okay. Best drama. Oh, yeah, I see why. Okay. Yeah, alright. Yeah. A Sign of Affection. Dead Demons, Dead Destruction.
I'm sure, yeah.
Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. Oshinoko Season 2. Pluto. And Apothecary Diaries.
Okay. I can't pick Frieren because I didn't guess Frieren. Because it's not a drama.
I can see the arguments for it.
It's literally a fantasy. It's literally a fantasy epic.
You can have a fantasy drama?
You can have drama in fantasy. You can have a fantasy drama. What it is a fantasy epic. It has drama in it like any epic should. It is not a fantasy drama.
It feels like a drama, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
What about it feels like a drama?
Sadness.
First of all, dramas have more anger than sadness typically.
No, some dramas can be sad. Have you ever watched a telenovela? That can be kind of sad.
I've never seen a telenovela. I didn't laugh.
You've never? Oh. I thought you were about to just end that, but I've never seen a telenovela. I was like, that's insane.
I've never cried at a telenovela. I've laughed at many. I would not describe them as being sad.
I haven't like cried. But
I will admit tragedy is part of their key narrative. It's just so corny. I
have been heartbroken, but to be fair, I was like 9 when I was watching them, so my media literacy was not the highest. But I have been heartbroken by some telenovelas. I will say that.
Your media literacy is already better than a quarter of the United States if you're watching telenovelas at 9 instead of Paw Patrol. Was that around when you were 9? It wasn't around when I was 9.
No.
What was around? Blue's Clues was my era. Was Blue's Clues your era?
No, the Blue's Clues was my era.
What?
I got Steve.
You got OG Steve.
I got OG Steve.
Got OG Steve?
Yeah.
Hold on. Pause.
Motherfucker! Turn it off.
We've been recording for all of like 30 seconds, dude.
Turn it off.
Why?
Turn it off.
Why?
Okay, you know to turn it off. Welcome back. I gotta find the fucking anime awards again because Book Fang started it. Don't stop it. Don't stop it.
I'm not stopping it. I'm getting the I had a thing up for it, I swear. Yeah. Oh yeah, here it is.
You mean your cheat sheet.
It says the categories.
Okay.
My answers are on this computer over here.
Okay, what was oh right, drama. That was the one that we were on.
Were we? I thought we were on Slice of Life. Didn't we get interrupted in the middle of Slice of Life? No,
we did
too
Slice
many
of Life.
losing heroines. One. That's right.
Yes, and we were
Okay.
doing yes.
Yeah, we're gonna do best drama.
So
right,
again,
because there's drama over drama.
Yes. So again, because I'm not gonna lie, it's been like an hour and a half since we.
Yeah, we had a whole
we had
rabbit hole.
We had a lot. There was a lot of shit that
we went down a rabbit hole.
We're not doing this. Anyways, best drama.
Oh shit! What the fuck did I do with my tooth?
That's a crazy fucking sentence. What did I do with my tooth? That is a crazy sentence.
I think I took it off at the table to eat.
Okay, well, whatever. You're fine. Don't worry. It's good.
Now I can speak more clearly like this.
Anyways, so just to list off best drama again: Son of Affection, Dead Demons, Dead Destruction, Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Oshinoko Season 2, Pluto, and Apothecary Diaries.
I'll be honest. If Oshinoko didn't win this, I'm gonna be extraordinarily disappointed. But given that it's in the category, sorry, I've got the Japanese name on my list.
Oh my god,
Apothecary Diaries was on it, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Apothecary Diaries because I think it was more popular than Oshinoko.
Well, you were wrong.
Oshinoko.
You're also wrong.
No,
Yeah.
It's not the one that we had the argument about. It's a fantasy.
It feels like a drama. I cried!
Why does that make something a drama? You know where people cry the most at?
Romance.
That is actually a more accurate answer. I was going to say tragedies, which are not dramas. Drama is separate from tragedy. But you're right. Actually, I think more people do actually cry at romances than at tragedies, oddly enough. I guess expecting the genre kind of
I would say
you to it.
I would say romances because tragedies people can cry at, but also people can like our previous conversation off camera. A lot of people don't like touchy subjects, so sometimes they don't get that response. But I feel like romance is just that universal thing that everyone can understand and kind of let their emotions out for. With that being said, man, I could see why people put Frieren.
It's
like,
not a drama. Having great character writing does not mean you're a drama.
That's not the reason.
Honestly, I think it is.
I think it's just because it explores some certain aspects
of character.
No, I think it explores certain. Damn, no, that's just writing.
That's just narrative.
No.
That's just good narrative, good character writing.
I think it explores certain writing aspects that I think similarly would be explored within a drama.
That was a long way of saying it's not a drama, actually.
No.
You literally were like, it had something in common with a drama.
No, I think the writing aspect of the world and the story is very similar to how many other dramas are explored.
There is. You're not saying it's the same. You're saying it's similar.
No, I know. It's the same. It's the same.
Okay, hold on. So let me get this right. The world building is the same as in a drama.
No.
Okay, what did you say?
I said the story and character writing.
Hold on. The story and character writing.
Yes. Yes. Are
the same
as
a
to
drama.
what you would expect
from
an anime drama. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really? You gotta stick to that?
Yes.
Yeah. So, what is the drama behind Frieren and Fern?
5 episodes in, so I don't really know.
Is there one where you are? Can you think of a point of conflict that isn't played off as a joke?
I would say... I don't know if I'd call it... You can argue it's a conflict, but it hasn't really been a conflict. I guess the show had where I'm at. The show sets it up to be a future conflict, and I assume it's going to be a future conflict. I just at the point,
probably not. If it's what, go ahead.
I assume Frieren's lack of emotional output towards certain
literally
things.
Never a point of contention.
I don't believe
it's not. In fact, it's presented as the solution at the end.
I don't.
Well, not at the end.
I'm about to say we're getting to season 2, dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
So, I genuinely mean this. It's not a significant contention between any two characters. The only character that it's a point of contention with, is just Frieren's internal conflict, which is character narrative, not drama. And I mean that genuinely. Here's how I'm going to point out that it's not a drama. Who are all of the main party members for you? Have they ever had a significant fight? Because the only fights I can recall between any of the party members for the entirety of the first season amounts to a single lover's quarrel.
Oh, wow.
And that's not drama.
I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely thought you were talking about like actual fights. And I was like, I guess I could bring them up. I don't know where this goes. Like the actual,
not like 1v1.
Yeah, I know. I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about squabbles. I was like, what the fuck?
Character conflict. Drama. What dramatic tension is there between main characters? The only tension that I can recall is between two characters who are romantically entwined, and it's, honest to God, not very high tension. It's extraordinarily low tension.
I assume it's Frieren, that red-haired guy.
Yeah. If it were a drama, they would have interpersonal conflict, resolution, and exploration of those conflicts as a central driving force for the narrative. And at no point is it ever. It is not a drama.
You're wrong.
Let's move. Motherfucker, it's not a drama. Anime awards, you're fucking wrong.
No, man, they're always right.
Shut the fuck up. You don't even agree with them.
The Anime Awards, it's always right. Also, if you use code Dweebs and Weebs on the country, so you get a month free. That's not our actual code. Please don't put that in. Please don't sue us. Okay.
So, after drama is best isekai.
Yeah, and the nominations.
We love isekai. We do, actually.
Don't let me in with this bitch.
We've got... Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really? You're going to claim that you don't love isekai?
Yes.
You know what Bleach is?
But Bleach is not a decent... No.
Really?
No.
Do they get stuck in another world?
No. No.
Really? Because where I am, they absolutely were.
That's not a canon arc. Go fuck yourself.
No, not the... Okay, right before where I am.
They don't get stuck.
Yeah, they're stuck.
No,
they're not able to go back.
No, yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
This is the one where they're saving Rukia.
Yeah.
They can go back.
It's called the... Oh, let me see if I got this right. Is it the White Tower arc?
No, the Soul Society arc.
God damn it.
They can go back. They're choosing not to. They're going to save their friend.
Who's stuck in another world?
It's no.
I'm sorry. Can Rukia go back?
Oh, okay. No, that's the okay. It's not because of It's not because of portal fiction though. She's getting like
it is portal fiction.
It's because she's getting punished. The Bleach is not
but it is portal fiction.
We're not doing.
It's a spirit world. Is it not?
We're not doing this. Bleach is not an isekai.
Is it?
Bleach
is it or is it?
Bleach is not an isekai. No.
Is it or is it not a spirit world?
No. No. Go fuck yourself.
Is it or is it not a world on an alternate plane from the physical plane?
No.
Yes.
No. It's not.
Bleach
is not an isekai.
Bleach
is not
an
no
isekai.
no. Bleach is not an isekai. You know, I'm so tired of this. I'm looking at the definition of an isekai.
It's caught in another world. It's an extension of portal fiction.
No.
I believe it's characterized by being trapped in another world. Or being placed in another world against one's will. If I had to guess. That being said, it's not always treated as such. The anime community labels
isekai,
anything
different
real
world,
can
another
be
world,
another
or other
as
world
isekai.
is a subgenre of fiction that includes novels, light novels, films, mangas, webtoons, anime. Okay, it revolves around a person or people who are transported to and how have survived in another world, such as fantasy worlds, game world, or parallel.
It's even
Also,
way more
it's
broad.
also-
It's literally just portal fiction.
Also,
it's directly synonymous with
also,
portal
I want to
fiction.
point out that
Mhm.
Rukia isn't trapped in another world because she's from the Soul Society. You can't get trapped in your other world.
You're right. So, what you're saying is that it's a reverse isekai.
No! It's not an isekai!
It's an isekai.
No, it's not!
It's an isekai.
It's not an isekai!
Do they go to another world?
No!
Yes!
No, they don't!
Look at that definition!
No!
They go to another world. Apparently it's not about getting trapped either, it's just about going. So, do they travel to another world?
I would assume that
Is there or is there not a whole season in another world?
Okay, hold on. Let me read more. Maybe there's something inside
It's
of that.
directly synonymous with portal fiction, apparently. I was being overly narrow. I apologize.
Fuck you.
It's not about being stuck at all. It's just about...
No. I didn't read the whole thing. That revolves around a person or person who was transported and have to survive in another world, such as fantasy world, game world, or parallel universe. Fuck, I hate the fact that it says game world. That actually ruins a lot of other shit that we argued about. With or without the possibility...
It doesn't mean that I was overly narrow.
With or without the possibility of returning to their original world.
With or without. Huh.
Okay, so...
Bleach is just portal fiction.
But Bleach doesn't fall by that at all.
What do you mean?
They all have the possibility of going to the other world.
It said with or without.
No, fuck you. No.
No, you read it. Read it. You're
wrong. No.
It says with or without.
No.
Yes.
No, it's bullshit. No.
It's just a synonymous term for portal fiction.
No.
And I have to come to terms with that.
No.
The definition of isekai is simply synonymous with portal fiction.
No.
And I apologize for misleading our viewers at any point about it being about being narratively trapped or being forced into another world. Apparently, it doesn't require another world.
Trust me. You don't think I would love Bleach? You don't think I would love? I would love for Bleach to win another award. It'd be fantastic. It's great. It would be amazing. But it's not an isekai. It's not.
It is an isekai.
It's not. It's not.
There's an entire season for another world.
No.
Yes.
No.
Multiple?
No.
Multiple.
No. 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 No.
You know what else is an isekai? Naruto.
No, wait, okay, Naruto is not... Okay, Naruto is just actually not an isekai.
Really?
Yes.
Is there not a dimension separate from the physical plane in Naruto?
No.
Oh, I really thought there was.
No.
Really? There isn't?
No.
Not?
No, like, genuinely not.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Huh. So there's no spirits trapped in other people's bodies. No mindscapes.
No. No, like genuinely no.
The fox, dude. The nine-tailed fox.
No, we're not counting. No, fuck
yes,
you.
We are.
We're not counting that.
We are.
Now you're being fucking pedantic, you asshole. No, we're not doing that.
Pedantry is what it's all about. Pedantry is the name of the game when it comes to definitions.
No, we are not fucking counting his internal body as a fucking... No, we're not doing that. We're not counting spirits and shit.
If they can count being stuck in a computer or just entering a video game world, why is it different entering someone else's soul or mind?
That's not it! Because it can leave!
It can't. Also, again, it's with or without the ability
to return. We're not counting that! We're not counting that! We're not counting that!
Alright. But Bleach is an isekai.
No, it's not!
Dragon Ball Z is. Hell.
That's not canon.
Hell is canon.
But them going to hell is not canon.
I think it is.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
I think they've gone to heaven.
Hey, can we agree? If going to hell is canon, it's an isekai.
No.
Yes.
No.
You have to. You don't have a choice.
No,
here.
you can't call everything an isekai. That's how it works.
In fact, technically, you know what's an isekai?
You're gonna piss me off, man.
You know what's an isekai? Knights of Sidonia. Because they travel to another world.
I will end this podcast. I will end this. And I'm not just ending this episode. I will cancel this entire show. If you keep up with this bit.
We haven't even read the nomination.
I don't care. I will cancel this entire show. We are now about to muddy the waters with what is a fucking isekai or not. You're not about to muddy the waters with what could and could not be. This is bullshit and you know it.
You know
it's
what?
a fucking kangaroo court.
You know what is an isekai?
Stop!
I mean, it's even more of an isekai in the alternate film ending.
Stop.
From Metal Alchemist.
Stop. Oh my god.
That one's actually multi-layered isekai.
No, it's not. It's not.
It is.
Why do you do this? Why are you like this? You just visiting a place does not count!
Actually, it does.
No, it's not.
Also, it's not.
Because if that's the case,
it's not just visiting. He's sent to World War II.
Because if that's the case, then every space world traveling show
isekai.
is definitely no, they're not isekai.
That's why I said Knights of Sidonia.
No, they're all in the same world.
No, they're different.
No, the planets are all in the fucking galaxy. They be like dimensions. They don't leave dimensions. And that's Sidonia. It's like El Cowboy Bebop. They don't leave dimensions.
Read that back to me.
They don't leave dimensions.
Is a computer in a different dimension?
That's the computer world!
Is it a different dimension?
Yes, but they don't do that in Knights of Sidonia! You can argue
No, it's not a different world.
You can argue
Hold on. Does wearing VR goggles put you in another world?
That's the selling point, isn't it? You're in the virtual world!
Okay, that was the selling point for text adventures in the 1900s, Isaiah.
But that's different! They're not
How is it different?
Bitch, because you're not in there. You're interacting with one.
Yeah, it's the same thing with VR.
Yeah, but I can see why
the
someone.
Difference is only
I can see why someone could call the VR stuff fucking Bofuri or Sword Art Online or Shangri-La Frontier an isekai.
You realize that in Bofuri, they're not actually physically represented in it like that. They are canonically just wearing VR goggles with controllers. They're not even full dive. That's not full dive. That's just the anime representation to show us.
Yes, but people called it an isekai, though.
I know, because it is isekai. That's
why I brought it up, because I can see it on that level. And even, dude...
But that makes everything isekai.
No. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop it.
They're not literally transported into the game world. They're not even projecting their consciousness into one. They're looking at a computer screen tied to their face and interacting with that world with a controller.
No, yeah, I fucking get that shit, but also, nigga, fucking no.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, but the VR stuff, that's one thing, right? Because virtual reality, fucking whatever, I can bite the bullet on that. But shit, that's Sidonia and fucking shit Cowboy Bebop don't fucking count because it's all I get what you mean, the hopping from world to world and it's fucking it's a whole new world where all fucking know who bet it. 1 minute we're dealing with fucking cowboys, the next minute we're fucking dealing with some fucking tech cyberpunk city, but it's all within the same realm of dimension of shit.
Oh, thank you for reminding me. Cyberpunk 2077 is an isekai because of how Siri travels dimensions.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill
also
you.
Has multiple times.
I'm going to pull an O.J. Simpson if you don't stop.
All that's required to stop.
Can I read the nominations, please? Thank you. Thank you!
What were the nominations for Best Isekai?
Thank you! Konosuba, Season 3. Mushoko Tensei, Season 2, Cartoon. ReZero, Season 3. I'm not stopping for you. Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Shangri-La Frontier, Season 2.
Sure.
Suicide Squad Isekai. Why the fuck is this on this list? That time I got reincarnated as a slime, Season 3. Wow, there's a lot of sequels. I just noticed that.
A lot of threes.
A lot of threes. There's a lot of twos.
And they're missing of 3.
What?
They're missing Shield Hero 3.
That wasn't this year.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Don't.
Dude, it's on my list because you approved it. Already.
No, hold on.
It's literally on my list.
I don't believe myself. I must have been too tired. This was late. This must have been like at the time we were getting delusional. I know. I don't believe you because you already got me mad, and I'm already fucking emotional.
Remember did it? They included winter from the year prior. Remember?
Shut up! It wasn't winter. I need to know when season 3 came out. Release date. Please tell me because I don't fucking know. No. It was
according to my anime list.
No, it was October 6, 2023. Doesn't count.
Which means it was airing winter 2023. Dumb shit. When's October?
Oh, right, because they're doing... Right, 25... No. Yeah. Why? Why does no one like Shield Hero?
I told you it wasn't.
I don't get it. Listen, Linda. Listen. I love both of these shows. I love it. But for as much flack as Mushoko Tensei gets, how the fuck are we even... You know what? No, I'm not even dragging... I'm not even dragging that Mushoko Tensei bullshit through the fucking mud. How the fuck... Who the fuck put goddamn Isekai Suicide Squad, that terrible ass fucking anime over Shield Hero, dog? Like, did we just forget this shit? Like, there was at one point that this was a baller. Oh, but all of a sudden, it has a raccoon girl that's not, the main character not even touching like that, and all of a sudden it's a problem. But you can have fucking else, this bullshit.
You know what else wasn't in Best Isekai? Okay, we can definitely agree on this one, though. Solo leveling is an Isekai.
I'm not agreeing.
No, hold on. Okay, now I'm genuinely wondering why not.
You're gonna get me mad. Bro, it's the same logic as Bleach. It's just like,
it's not. Because
it's just not!
Isaiah, he's actually trapped, remember.
For like 2 episodes!
No. Entire arcs take place in his leveling arcs, right? When he goes on a leveling arc in the zone, right? The demon tower, that's half of the anime, dude. In fact, the anime's central premise is actually his exploration to the top of it.
First of all, please get season 2 out of your fucking mind.
That's not season 2.
Yes, it is.
Season 1.
Yes, it is. No, season 1. The demon tower was like one aspect of it because he was fighting the Cerberus, and Cerberus was 2 episodes.
Exactly, but the point was everything else is for it. Remember, he goes in and fights her and fails, and he feels so weak that he decides he needs to go level up in the real world in order to come back to it. The entire central premise for him is to pursue the top of the tower.
But you said the demon tower was the entire season.
No, I said it's the entire central premise. And it is. It is the central premise. The main character's goal is otherworldly.
Dude, no.
Yes.
I'm just not calling it. It just doesn't function. It doesn't make sense.
But it is. No, this isn't it doesn't make sense. It just is. You know what was temporary for like literally less...
Just because someone goes in this world doesn't mean you can be
Isaiah, is Dorothy trapped in another world in Wizard of Oz?
I'm gonna punch you in your fucking throat.
Is she? You know the answer is yes.
I'm gonna punch you.
Isaiah,
I'm going to physically mangle your fucking body and make sure no one knows where the fuck you're buried. I'm going to fucking kill you.
Isaiah, answer the question.
I refuse to answer the fucking question. I plead the fifth, you bastard.
Isaiah.
No!
This is not American court law. You have no rights.
Fuck you! It's a kangaroo court anyways! Fuck you! Who are you to decide what's right or wrong, bitch?
All of that movie takes place over one day.
Does it?
Yeah.
Why does she do so much?
She doesn't actually do much.
She doesn't lie!
She walks up a single road.
That's a law! Okay, that's a great answer. Crazy! That's crazy for a fat man to say. I want to point out, I do try to get my 10,000 steps in now. Like, I genuinely, I try, and I'm going to the gym. I'm not that much of a big bag. I'm not that much of a big bag. But I swear she does fucking more in that movie than just walk.
What's her goal?
Get home? Back to Kansas? Yeah.
Uh-huh. Follow the yellow brick road.
She does more shit than that.
Does she?
Also, okay, hold on.
Shit happens
okay,
to her,
hold on. I know what I said was a fucking big bag shit. But at the same time, that road is long as fuck. She goes through like 3 different counties. She's basically walking.
You realize it only takes like a day to walk through all of Marin County. Less. There are people who bike from one end of Marin County to the other.
Biking and walking are different.
No, work.
No, you can't walk from the beginning. Okay, I want you to remember beginning end of Marin. Oh, we just talked to where we are now.
Isn't Marin County only like it's like 60 miles across?
You can't walk. Can you walk 60 miles in a day,
dude? Yes.
I think. Okay.
On a road, yeah. If you're like bushwhacking it, that would be a lot harder. But yes, you can walk 60 miles in a day.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's like a 10-minute mile is what's expected of runners in PE class.
What is that? 600 minutes? Did I get it?
10 minutes times 60 would be 600 minutes.
Okay. Why'd you pause like I was wrong?
Not like you're wrong, but now do 600 minutes divided by 60, and that's how many hours you have. Isaiah, it's 10. It's 10 hours.
What is that?
I'm so bad
at
math. It takes 10 hours to jog across Marin County. That makes sense. Yeah.
That's expecting a nigga to jog. I guess people do it from like.
Remember, that's like downhills can be sprints with almost no energy.
How long is a marathon?
Dude.
I generally don't.
It depends on the marathon, but 60 miles is a standard length for a single marathon.
People do that.
And in fact, I'd say that's standard length for like a like your local marathon children's drive. If you're talking about like a big fucking like an actual event, I'm willing to bet it's at least 100 miles. I'm willing to bet that there are like triathlons that take place over entire countrysides because I know they do. Like think of the what?
Never mind.
What?
I'm just fat. I'm just fat. I'm just fat as
what
shit.
Did you look up there?
I looked up how long is a marathon. You want to take a wild guess how long is a marathon? Don't look it up. Look it up.
A minimum of 40 miles?
It's like 26.
What?
It's like 26 miles.
So
you're basically doing like 3 times that if you're walking. Yeah, you can probably do that. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I'm just fat. I'm just fat as shit, apparently.
You're not the only one.
Oh, God. Pick your fucking winner for Isekai, please.
Okay.
We have been on Isekai for so long. Please.
I only have 2 things to pick from, and one of them isn't going to win anything.
You can pick anything from the 6 that are nominated. I hope you know that.
Yeah, but I can only pick from the ones that were nominated that I chose ahead of time. So
you know you can pick from the other stuff. Yes, you're right, but I can only pick from
either
this.
Re:Zero or Mushoko Tensei. While actually, you know what? I think I agreed that this one was maybe edged out. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Re:Zero. Yeah, those are my only 2 options. So, what were the other options actually before?
Konosuba season 3.
I could see that
season 2.
No, that won't win.
I'm not even gonna mention. It was Suicide Isekai. I'm not.
Definitely not gonna win. If that wins, I lose hope.
In that time, I got reincarnated as a slime. Season 3.
I doubt that wins either. So Re:Zero has a good chance of winning. Actually, yeah, Re:Zero.
You're right. It was Re:Zero. Re:Zero won Best Isekai. Well deserved. I assume you're saying that because whatever is coming up next is not great.
No, I'm saying that because if I remember correctly, Re:Zero wasn't nominated
for
Anime of the Year at all.
Yeah. I made my peace with that.
So it's a winner. It's the winner of Best Isekai, which was an actual competitive genre this year.
Listen.
And it wasn't even nominated.
Listen. Just let it go. You know what? The only reason I said let it go, it didn't get
because
nominated.
you like Frozen?
Huh? I like Frozen. I haven't seen those movies. I haven't seen those movies yet.
Really?
Yeah,
They're actually really good. You should watch them.
I know. I've heard they're good. I just haven't gotten around to seeing them. There's a lot of movies I need to see.
They're in slightly different genres from each other.
But regardless of that, the only reason that I'm at peace with it right now is because we got it. We got it this year and last. We got it this year and last year. It won't be. It ain't gonna win shit this year. It'll probably win some shit next year.
I only got half of the category for best action. Okay.
But
the next category is best action. Right?
Yes. So nominated for that is Bleach, Starting Your Blood War, The Conflict, Dandadan, Demon Slayer Training Arc, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, Windbreakers.
I'm giving it to Solo Leveling. It's in my list. It's one of my options. And in terms of action, I don't think anyone straight up outdid it from those nominations. Kaiju number 8 had strong action. Demon Slayer is, I think, the closest in competition, and I don't think its action outdoes Solo Leveling this time.
Remember, there's also season 1 Solo Leveling. So.
Oh, it does include season 2?
We have been over this like 3 times now.
Why is it not included season 2 again?
Because season 2 didn't come out in 2020. It came out this year.
I watched them both at the same time, so they're
meshed together for you.
I actually can't tell when the season 1 ends in my
2020 season.
No, not when in real life. When in what arc did season 1 end in?
Oh,
because I watched season 1 and season 2 at the same time. They're just continuous from one to the other for me.
Season 1 ended whenever he got Egress.
That's not winning best action. The best action shit didn't happen until season 2.
Yeah.
I'm not picking.
Okay, I'm gonna. No.
Oh, that changes things. For how I consider it.
I'm gonna give you this one, just because I did kind of push you away from it. So I'm just gonna give it to you with this one, because that was unfair of me, but Solo Leveling did win this.
Oh
yes. Okay, I realized what I did. I'm like, he was gonna pick Solo Leveling before I.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I'll take it. It feels kind of bad now because I feel like I do think comparing season 1 then it's still really good. But I'm not sure it peaks in the same way that Demon Slayer peaked.
I mean, if we're talking action and it's just season 1, I'm probably picking because personally, I'm picking Bleach, but
Bleach wasn't in my nominations. So
I know it
wasn't.
wasn't.
Picking it. What else was though? Demon Slayer
and
Kaiju number 8. No, it still outperforms Kaiju number 8.
For season 1, I think Kaiju number 8 completely outperforms.
Completely in action?
Yes. Season 1 at least. Season 1. I want to be clear about that. Season 2 is kind of god tier, so I'm not gonna.
Season 2 is really hard.
Season 2 is god tier. I'm not talking about season 2. I'm talking about season 1, which anyone correcting me. Yeah. This is what it's graded on. It's graded on season 1. Season 2 only came out this year.
All right. Alright, so Solo has another one under its belt. That's 2 or 3 now, right?
It's like
4 or 5. What the fuck else has it been winning?
Let me see So it won best ending sequence, best score, best main character, and best action. So
right. Best main character is the one that I just can't get my head around.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's move on to best comedy. What are the nominations for best comedy?
The nominations for best comedy are Delicious in Dungeon, Konosuba Season 3, Mashle, My Dear Friend Nokotan, Ranma 1.5,
Yeah.
and The Spy X Family Season 2.
I don't like any of those. So,
you don't like Konosuba?
Okay, good point. I did like Konosuba. Konosuba was the only one of those I think I actually laughed at any point. And it wasn't a hard laugh, but I enjoy watching Konosuba because it's so well humored. So
you know what's insane? Like, I think I don't know if I nominated for it, and I didn't laugh at it, but I still really enjoyed Delicious in Dungeon, but I didn't laugh at any point.
I don't think Delicious in Dungeon, the anime, is a comedy. The manga is. The manga is structured.
I think it's
more punchline-esque, more comedic-esque.
I think
the anime is much more serious.
I think there's an attempt, but it's definitely toned down. Like, there are parts where it's like, this is...
I don't even think that the problem is that it's toned down. I think it's that in the structure of the anime, because the main throughway, episode to episode, is more contiguous than the manga. The manga is, like, very sporadic. It's all about getting the recipe down. It's more about getting the recipe down than it is about finding the sister, right?
Yeah.
But the anime is the opposite. The recipes kind of happen along the way, and the absolute main through line is the drama, is the fantasy epic finding the sister, fighting the dragon.
Yeah.
The manga, the point, like it feels like the central point of what's happening is different than the anime. And it's more comedic in its tones because of its structure and focus.
Okay. All right. Well, what are you picking as your winner?
Konosuba.
Okay. That didn't win.
The fuck?
Yeah.
What did?
National.
I
told
National
you, dude.
Actively dismays me when I watch it.
Listen.
So painfully unfunny.
Listen. I could sit there and
so
bite the bullet.
Like Gen Z fucking memeology. I fucking don't understand.
I could sit there and bite the bullet that the manga is far funnier than the anime. But it was still such an enjoyable time. I don't understand. Don't understand how you don't see a little.
The manga is a comedy, and the anime is a bog standard chosen one shonen with like the twist that instead of being a chosen one narrative, it has a isekai narrative. But it's a chosen one shonen with an isekai narrative. Like where the internal motivations of the main character are isekai main character nature, and the everything else is still just shonen narrative.
I can see that. I can see that breakdown. I won't fight too hard on that one. I can actually see that. I can see why you view it that way. Okay, best romance. What were your nominations for those? God fucking damn it!
I actually got a couple of these nominations. But I got half of these down, so I feel like I might have a good chance on this one. What are the nominations?
Hold on, I accidentally fat fingered and I gotta go back. Okay, best romance. Sign of Affection. Blue Lock. No, I called it Blue Lock. Sorry. I'm writing like 3 different scripts for Blue Lock right now. A Sign of Affection. Blue Box. Makane. Too Many Losing Heroines. Ranman in 1.5. Oh, well, I forgot. Oh, shit. Oh.
Did you almost call it disability?
No.
Sign of...
that was the first one I said.
Oh.
I must have been way too fucking tired by the time we got here. I did not realize that this was in romance.
What is it?
Let me rewind that shit again.
Whatever this is, I don't think I actually...
Best romance. Sign of Affection.
Uh-huh.
Blue Box.
Uh-huh.
Too Many Losing Heroines.
Those are the 3 I have in my predictions.
Around 1.5. Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
Right, that's right.
And Dangers in My Heart Season 2. I did not like connect those in my mind that was put in
it is a romance.
No, I understand it.
Yeah.
I was just like,
it is centrally a romance.
No, I know, just like of all places to be. I was just like,
I know, yeah.
wasn't kind of
By the way,
expensive.
if Scott Pilgrim is an anime,
No!
Avatar's an anime.
No!
Arcane is an anime.
No, that's not
Castlevania is an anime.
You know what's funny? I don't think people fight on Castlevania.
They really don't.
And at this point,
no one disagrees on that.
At this point, I don't know what the difference is for people. I genuinely don't.
Because it's never been consistent. It really just is people are racist. That's it. And when they don't know to be racist, they forget they're racist.
That's funny.
They went to a steakhouse and they didn't know Japanese people ran the steakhouse. Well, in this case, they didn't know Mexicans ran the steakhouse.
So it's just instantly wagyu. Okay, alright. Alright, which one are you picking out of these?
The three I've got down from those are Blue Box, Too Many Losing Heroines, Sign of Affliction. I watched Sign and Too Many. Blue Box I heard a lot about, which... romance. It doesn't seem like Sign of Affliction is actually winning anything.
You said affliction twice. That's
not
not a good mistake. Are you memeing?
It's not. Remember, I was memeing. I typed it down as Sign of Affliction.
Stop! God!
I typed down disability girl. I typed down Sign of Affliction.
You keep unironically saying sign of affliction.
Okay, but I'm just reading it out now. Past me is making current me evil. I'm gonna go with Too Many Losing Heroines. Even though I think it's more centrally a dramedy, a comma dramedy, I'm gonna go with that because I really.
It's funny
like
that you say that, and even though it wasn't in comedy, it wasn't a comedy, it wasn't in drama, but it was in slice of life. Did you not realize that? It won slice of life. Did you not realize that?
I hate the anime.
Did you not? I read that out to you.
I actually didn't process that. Yeah. The anime awards suck.
I was about to say.
I'm glad we cover it so late. Fuck giving these people advertisement money. Jesus Christ. Crunchyroll, don't just do better. Just do the minimum required to be decent. That would be way better. Yeah, just be any better. Any better. It's hard to get worse.
So you're picking two when you're losing hair.
Yeah.
Alright, you're wrong. Blue Box.
From everything I heard.
I'm about to say two blades.
I haven't seen it. I can't judge it, but
so
everything I hear about that makes sense.
Oh, so good.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Background.
I have to show you the fucking aim. Oh god, I love it. Sorry.
Background art. What are our nominations for background art? The award for background art.
I feel like you're.
Background art.
I feel like you're not gonna like it. I feel like we got.
I'm not, because apparently Oshinoko isn't on it, Kaiju isn't on it, Solo Leveling isn't on it, and Mushoko Tensei isn't on it. So
yes, so we have Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Frieren, Pluto, and Apothecary Diaries.
I can only pick from the ones, I guess.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I do. Frieren has fantastic background art. Apothecary Diaries has very good background art, but Frieren's is magical, mesmerizing, and at times its backgrounds are the primary framing element, as they should be. Too few anime are directed well enough to use background art for framing anymore, and Frieren always does so fantastically. I'm going to go with Frieren.
Okay, final answer?
Final answer.
It did not win. It went to Dandadan.
What the fuck is the background art in Dandadan? I'm sorry. Like, whenever it's in another world, it's like a single color.
I'm joking. It's Frieren.
Jesus Christ.
It's Frieren.
That actually would have pissed me off so much.
I know.
Single colors and generic schoolscapes, dude.
I know. That's why I did it, because I'm like, he'd get so mad. Because I could do Demon.
I believed it too.
Honestly, Dandadan was the third choice, because I was gonna pick either like Demon Slayer or Dungeon Meshi. But I feel like
Demon Slayer would have been my second.
I feel like you could justify Demon Slayer.
Absolutely.
But I feel like you could also logic your whole into like Dungeon Meshi, maybe a little bit.
Dungeon Meshi,
you can logic your whole. I'm like, no.
It has fantastic background art.
Yeah, like
the background has more character than the foreground most of the time, given that the foreground is a generic ass, bland ass group of main characters whose only defining trait is they cook monsters. I guess.
Yeah, they are kind of the stereotypical like.
They're worse than stereotypical.
RPG
they're like
campaign.
the stereotypical level 2.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they are.
It's
I can see you logic your whole off. Like, it has like a unique dungeon with like different setting. Like I can see you do that. Like it's like nah. He make a logic out of it.
The only interesting character is the one that everyone shits on.
The elf.
Yeah, the elf girl. That's it. She's the only one with actual character depth.
Do I believe that?
Actually, Catgirl Shinobi has some potential. They haven't explored it yet, though. Because of her, like, vassalhood to her master. And
it was vassalhood and her standoffish.
And
her standoffish towards everybody.
She has potential to have depth.
Like, it wasn't
they haven't explored it yet,
it wasn't until, like, the end where she, like, was fully accepted in.
To be fair, she wasn't even introduced until the end, so.
Well, yeah. Well, like, no, they had, like, a good 6 episodes with her.
It's like 4.
No, 6.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a 21 episode manga or anime?
It was 24.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I only thought
I just remember it's like the last like third or fourth.
And I only thought that because I was like adding a new character feels like end of season esque.
Right. Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, we got 6 more. It's like, oh, this is, and I assumed
they introduced the other antagonist character.
But I assumed it was like, oh, 2 episodes. By the 3rd, she's gonna be gone. But it's like, oh no, she's
a party.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, she's just here now.
Okay. We got the ninja.
All right. So the next one, Best Director, and the nomination for this is I'm trying my best. Fuga Yamashiro, which is for directed Dandadan. Haruo Sotozaki, which is directed Demon Slayer. Keiichiro Sato, that directed Frieren.
Yeah. No, that I can't even choose Mushoko Tensei. Frieren is the one.
Do you care to hear the rest?
You should read the rest, but that is my choice.
Yeah. Megumi Ishitani, who directed the One Piece letter. Norihiro Nagaruma, who directed Apothecary Diaries. And Yoshihiro Miyajima, who directed Elusive Samurai. No! Delicious and Dungeon. My bad! That looked like Elusive Samurai for a second.
My only choice in this is Frieren.
I'm just gonna go. It's Frieren. I'm just gonna move on.
It is.
It's Frieren.
I'm just gonna move on.
That's
the only. It's the only. Like, who the fuck else directed a moment, not an episode, not an arc, single moment that made me tear up?
I'm gonna be honest. For my personal theory for my personal solo leveling theory, which is not even theory.
Solo leveling is really well directed.
Yeah, I'm surprised this wasn't on here.
I am too. It was one of my guesses.
Oh, right, that was one of your guesses. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised that wasn't on here.
It just wasn't one of the nominations in the end. Yeah.
All right, best character design.
I actually got this one almost entirely right. I only got one wrong. I apparently get Oshinoko over something. Go ahead and read out the nominations.
It's going to be Dandadan, Delicious Dungeon,
right.
Demon Slayer,
I've done
Frieren, Kaiju number 8, and Apothecary Diaries.
Kaiju number 8 is the one. No, I have that on here too. Wait, what? Which one did I miss?
I think you got this one all right, didn't you?
No, I have Oshinoko on there instead of something.
Dandadan, Delicious Dungeon, Demon Slayer.
Delicious and Dungeon. I don't have that on there.
Right, because we both kind of agree.
The character design is just kind of meh.
It's kind of meh. Like the surrounding area is kind of cool, and some shading for the characters are great,
but that's not character design. The primary character designs are just they're boring and they're meant to be boring.
Yeah,
and that's good, but it's not great.
Yeah, it helps the world pop, but it doesn't make the characters interesting. I still think they're fine designed.
They're fine. They're just not.
No, I know. Because I know.
Not top
Listen,
6.
I know some people are gonna go and be like, "You didn't like Delicious and Dungeons design." No, I like Delicious and Dungeons design. I'm a Trigger cock writer. I'm gonna cock write Trigger anytime I can. But you're gonna compare it to shit that came out, like Apothecary Diaries, and Kaiju number 8, and Dandadan, and Frieren, and other shit. Like, no, come on.
It is the least Trigger show ever made.
It is the least Trigger show, but it's still a good Trigger show.
It's not an original IP. Yeah. It's also not an original story in someone else's IP.
It's not a single season.
It's not a single season. It doesn't follow their traditional art style. It doesn't follow their traditional directorship.
It's
or
not
emotional
even as over
focus.
the top goofy as it is for some.
It doesn't have any of the studio Trigger.
Yeah, like compared to what it is, it's actually very outside their wheelhouse. Now that I think about it,
it really is. But what's weird is it's becoming their wheelhouse. Their last 2 shows have been adaptations of other works now.
Which one?
Cyberpunk.
Oh, yeah.
Which, while an original story...
I'm about to say, okay.
While an original story is taking place in someone else's IP with someone else's primary writing. Like, it is. It is not their original work. It's their original tale in someone else's work.
Okay,
but even that, they managed to infuse with their essence...
Yeah, because
in a way this doesn't.
Yeah, because it's okay, fine. Because it is their original story, but it's not their original world.
It's their original directorship. I actually think their story was created in conjunction with the game studio. I don't think it was a fully original story to them.
Well, no, I mean no, like original anime, like an original anime in
it wasn't directly adapting another work.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's an original adaptation, but not their original work.
Right.
Yes.
But also, I think there is somewhat of an importance. It's also not their original story entirely. It is a cooperative work with another company that makes it not their original story. It makes it a original story. It's not a Trigger first story. Okay, I see. And I think it's important to point out that they adapted a not entirely Trigger first story as if it were Trigger first anyways. Like, they're very good at that. That didn't happen with this because it's not a Trigger story at all.
It's just straight up just a different thing.
So that leads to what is my choice? It's a lot of really strong choices, actually.
I would say this is one of definitely the harder categories.
It is. Frieren excels in this area in a way so few do, which is with subtlety. Dandadan also succeeds very well in this area, but because of its lack of subtlety.
Yeah, it's on the other side. It's on the other side of Frieren. Like, they're two different
character design is fantastic and unique while maintaining like complete groundedness. Like, there's nothing about any of the characters' designs that looks particularly fantastical.
Yeah, nothing's flashy, nothing's like over the top.
But it's like somehow unique and perfectly in tune with their characterization.
Yeah. Everything about them, everything about like what is designed is kind of an essence of them.
It is.
Yeah.
Despite somehow working in perfect attunement with the rest of their world.
Yes.
I'm going to give it to Frieren because of that. Because they do both the extreme and the subtle expertly well.
Mm-hmm.
In a way that I don't think anyone else quite achieves.
Okay.
Otherwise, my next pick would have been Kaiju number 8 is really enjoyable for its character design, but I really like it because it references other things I like.
Fair, it does reference a lot of Kaiju stuff that you would appreciate.
Yeah.
I get that. Frieren did not win though.
Really?
Yeah.
I actually expected to win.
No.
Dandadan?
Yeah.
That's disappointing to me. I understand it. I disagree with it. But I understand it.
I'm okay with it because, like, I appreciate like we both agree on everything you said about Frieren. I do think Dandadan does have really fucking cool and really awesome character designs. It is more like, on your face. Like, look at this character. It's cool, right?
It's
but like,
it's also
kinda cool,
less
though.
unique, though. part of what people like about it is kind of the I'm gonna call it the Chainsaw Man effect. A lot of its design gets popularized because it's directly referencing or stealing from other places. A lot of the main characters' designs are direct references to other works of fiction or other people's actual like clothing and stuff that they wore and like to red carpet premieres. Like it is unique. I'm not gonna take that away from them, but it's not it's not.
It's kind of pandering. Is that what the word? Is that the word
It's
kind of looking
yeah. It is. It's a little bit pandering.
I don't know if I go that. I don't know if I'd go that far. But I see where you're coming from. I just don't know.
Very well integrated, but it doesn't make it. It loses out on something special by not being completely unique, by not being from their minds originally. So much of it is in reference to so much else, or my problem is actually it's so directly a reference to something else that it takes away from its originality.
I did not catch some of that stuff. I'm going to be completely honest.
Oh, there's a whole TikTok channel about the fashion trends of what's her name, the main girl. And explaining.
I'm not even talking about that. What the fuck? When did you get on TikTok?
YouTube Shorts, but it has the TikTok sting at the end.
Okay,
fair. I can tell it's from a TikTok channel.
Okay, all right, okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Sorry, kind of gave me a heart attack. That was, I'm not gonna lie, we were gonna have to.
Anytime I reference something that might be in vogue, you're like, shit, is Alex evolving?
I'm honestly, it's not even evolving. I just think that you're a fucking skinwalker at this point.
What does that mean?
Do you not know what a skinwalker is?
I know what a skinwalker is. I just don't quite get it in reference.
Oh, you're not you. Like it's so.
Oh, you think I'm a skinwalker when I say I'm.
Yeah, you're a skinwalker when you say.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna sit there. I'm like, I would. You know what sucks about that?
Cooking.
You know what sucks about that? There's nothing I can do about that, because if there is a skinwalker that can have that advanced thought like you have, I'm dead. There's no. What am I supposed to do against that? It's a killing machine that can have that level of human thought. I'm cooked. I'm fucked.
I'd make such a good skinwalker.
That's bad thought. That's such a bad thought. Either way, I'm moving on.
Alright.
Such bad thought.
What are we moving on to? Best original? No, best animation.
The best animation, yeah. We're getting towards the end. We're getting towards the end of this thing. So nominations for best animation is Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon, Demon Slayer, Frieren, Kaiju number 8, and Solo Leveling.
I didn't even agree with this list.
I know you didn't. I think you only got like 2 right.
I got 3. I got half.
I
got Demon Slayer, Frieren, and Solo Leveling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still confused how Oshinoko isn't on here.
I agree, but you know,
mainly my multiple instances of doing sword and wand is unique to me. I guess no one else.
Oh, Sidonia.
No one else watched it. Mushoko Tensei definitely should be up here though. It's best animation.
Should fucking be up.
Best animation can only go to one of 2 people, given that it's not season 2 or so. I actually might have given this to Solo Leveling if it was season 2.
Oh yeah, this is season 2. Fuck yeah, but it's not.
Yeah, but it's not. So, Frieren or Demon Slayer, and Demon Slayer wasn't all there all the time. It had the most impressive single moment of animation, but Frieren. Yeah, Frieren. Frieren.
You're wrong.
The fuck?
Done.
No,
it's Demon Slayer. I feel like you're still not happy about that.
I can't tell if you're joking.
You know what's funny? Too? I called this.
It doesn't make sense though, because it didn't maintain the high quality throughout every single episode, or even a majority of episodes. It like exploded in bursts with excellent animation.
And then episode 8.
And then had the most impressive single moment. Yeah, the single scene.
I think the whole episode. I think the whole episode was fantastic, dog. Did you see that snow? She was fire. Did you see the fire? She was hot.
But that wasn't the whole episode.
That was the whole episode. The whole episode was animated like that.
Yeah, fair.
I said.
All right.
Okay.
I might give it to them for best single episode. But
Best single episode, yes.
But the problem is that this award isn't for a single episode.
No, but this is the thing.
It's not
this
for
is
a
why I
single
tell you
event or
all the
single
time.
fight.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's for overall best animation.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie.
Frieren is magical throughout.
I'm not gonna lie. I used Crunchyroll logic. Demon Slayer, 9 out of 10 times, usually wins best animation. It like almost has. Anytime it's been on the list.
Yeah, but UFO Table's not always on.
True, but we need to give Demon Slayer an award.
No, we don't.
I'm Crunchyroll. We need to give
we don't.
I'm Crunchyroll. We need to
Why do you need to give Demon Slayer an award?
Because Demon Slayer needs an award.
Why do you need to give Demon Slayer an award?
Because Demon Slayer needs an award.
Why?
Because Demon Slayer needs an award.
Why?
I don't need to tell you something. I'm Crunchyroll. I don't need to give you a reason. I'm Crunchyroll, bitch. Demon Slayer needs an award.
Doesn't deserve an award.
I'm Crunchyroll, bitch.
Alright, best original. I literally only had one guess, apparently.
Well, to be fair, you did not watch any original.
And it was Buchigiri, so I'm going to lock in my vote with that, I guess.
Well, fine. Best original anime. Buchigiri, Girls Band Cry.
Sure.
Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night.
I guess so.
I don't know why that got to me so much. That was funny. The Metallic Rogue, Ninja Kamui, and Train to the End of the World.
Metallic Rogue was really an original.
Yeah, I was surprised too. I sat there, I'm like, oh, okay.
That was so convoluted. I thought it for sure had to come from a light novel or something.
No, it's original, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? It did pretty all right. I did see that actually. Why didn't I guess that?
I don't know.
I only have one.
I'm not gonna lie. This was at the end of the list.
Buchigiri is literally
like
the only one I have.
I will say this.
It says NA.
I will say this. You do not need to pick Buchigiri. You can pick something else.
No, I'm doubling down. Buchigiri.
Okay. Well, you're wrong. It was Ninja Kamui.
Cool. What's Ninja Kamui?
You remember that anime we watched with Andre?
Oh, right. The one that was so bad we were laughing at it. What? No. No. What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Train to the End of the World, I heard was really good. Metallic Rogue was not that good. Girls Band Cry, I heard was really good. Jellyfish Can't Swim at Night, I've now heard was really good. Buchigiri was fun.
That was the most controversial of like the entire. No. Ninja Kamui. Yeah.
Because it shouldn't have won.
It shouldn't have. It really shouldn't have.
Based just off of what I've heard other people talk about them now, I would have guessed Train to the End of Your World would have won.
That's fair. But yeah, everyone sat there being like, this show should not have won. Like,
no, it shouldn't have.
Like, everyone sat there like, what the fuck happened here? And you know what? That's more stuff we can talk about later, potentially. Best new series.
Oh, hey, I guessed all but one of these right.
Yes. So the nominees, Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon. Frieren.
Is Dandadan the one I didn't? No, okay, good.
Kaiju number 8. Solo Leveling, Apothecary Diaries.
Just like last time, I deleted. I don't have Delicious in Dungeon on here.
Oh, dude, come on.
Restoria was genuinely better.
Oh my fucking god.
You okay?
No one cares about Restoria.
I know, but they should. It was really, really good. You should watch it. Can you just fucking watch it? It's short.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna make a negative review on it.
If you do, you'll be lying.
I'm gonna bash it for 22 minutes.
Do it then.
Fine.
At least you'll have watched it. I'll know in my heart that you actually liked it.
You don't know that.
I do. You'll like it.
Yeah, come back and be like.
Oh my goodness! Best new series.
This is low-key kind of stark, man.
I have a feeling Dandadan won this, which I'm gonna hate because Frieren has to have won this. I pick Frieren.
Pick Frieren?
I pick Frieren.
Frieren did not win.
Bullshit.
It was Solo Leveling.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Season 1 of Solo Leveling beat Frieren.
Yep.
Oh, so it won Anime of the Year then. I mean, it has to have. I'm looking at my Anime of the Year nominations. It's the same list. It's the same list, Isaiah.
We do our best continuing series.
Yeah, hit us with best continuing.
I remember this was the one you're just like, why?
I guessed most of this one right. Demon Slayer, Bleach, One Piece, Oshinoko.
Oh, you did guess that shit. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so Bleach, Demon Slayer, My Hero Academia Season 7.
Oh, I didn't
One
get that.
Piece, Oshinoko, and Spy X Family Season 2.
I did get One Piece. Wait,
didn't get
Konosuba wasn't on there.
Yeah.
What else did I get?
Spy X Family Season 2.
Yeah, fuck that. That's not best continuing. That was worst continuing. Okay, it's not the worst, but I'm just so tired of how much everyone loves it because it's not that good. It's good. If you're above the age of 14, I don't know why you love it the way you do. Best continuing?
Yes.
I have a feeling they might have thrown this one to Bleach, but I don't believe in Bleach. So,
wow.
Oshinoko was actually nominated here. The fuck?
It's continuing.
I don't believe they picked it. I believe they picked either Bleach or One Piece, and they picked Bleach.
Okay.
Even though that doesn't make sense because it wasn't nominated for any of the other stuff that Demon Slayer won over it. Oshinoko is my pick, though.
Okay.
I'm going with Oshinoko because I want to have won something.
Well, it did not.
Oh, fuck them.
Yep. It was Demon Slayer.
So they threw something at Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
So why the fuck did they need to throw the other thing at Demon Slayer?
Because we had to throw something at Demon Slayer.
They did.
Yeah.
At the end here.
Yeah, we threw something at Demon Slayer.
Why was that? What?
Because you threw something at Demon Slayer.
You threw two things at Demon Slayer.
We're country rolls. Don't question us.
Alright, Film of the Year. How many of these did I guess right? Oh, more than I thought. Half. I guess half of these right.
Yeah, so the nomination for these ones is Haikyuu, The Dumpster Battle.
Yep.
Look Back, Mononoke the Movie, The Phantom in the Rain, My Hero Academia, You're Next, Spy X Family Code White, and The Colors Within.
I wish Haikyuu had won. I don't like either of my other choices, but I'll pick Spy X Family over Boku no Pico. So, yeah, we'll go with Spy X Family.
That's crazy, but no, they didn't win.
If Boku no Pico won, I'm gonna be so mad.
No, Look Back.
Oh, okay.
That was the movie that you didn't watch, but it was the movie at the end.
Wasn't even on my guesses.
Like,
I have no clue what it is.
Like I promise you, I know you were busy and shit, but like if you're paying attention, this was like that was like a non-category. That was like a predetermined.
When did Tiger come out?
A while ago. A little bit.
Why did it just explode on the internet? What brought it back into popularity? Is it hit Netflix or something?
Partly because of the tweet, but I also think because.
Right, but why did the tweet pop up now as opposed to?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't know.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I can live with that. I don't know anything about it, and at least
apparently it's a phenomenal movie. Like it's worth potentially talking about. Okay, and our anime of the year, the final thing that we got here.
I guessed most of these as well.
Yep. Dandadan, Delicious in Dungeon,
Ew.
Frieren, Kaiju number 8, Solo Leveling, Apothecary Diaries.
I mean, my pick has to be Frieren. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be Frieren. If it you know what's crazy? If it includes season 2, despite Frieren being better, I might have picked Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
There's a world out there I'd pick Solo Leveling. If they include season 2.
It's not the winner.
Frieren is, yeah.
No.
And nothing else makes sense.
Solo Leveling.
It didn't win enough.
You sure about that? You sure about that? Because by your logic, this technically tracks.
Because it won Best New Series?
Hold on. Best ending sequence. Best
No.
score.
Did it win Best New Series?
Yes.
Did it win Best Animation?
No.
Did it win Best Direction?
No.
If it didn't win Best Animation and Best Direction, it shouldn't be able to win Best.
Okay, but you could say that for the other two.
I
Because we all those all got different anime. Those all got different anime nominations.
yeah, they shouldn't.
Then what would you consider to win then?
Frieren should have won all those.
Okay, but by your logic, Frieren didn't win both of those.
But I should have.
Okay, but by your logic of what is on the list right now and what's nominated, it's not the logic.
So Frieren won, and that's the end of
No.
end of the conversation.
No. I'm pretty sure Solo Leveling did win the most awards though. Because it won Best Ending Sequence, Best Score, Best Main Character.
No, it should have
Best
won Best
Action.
Main Character.
Yeah, it won Best Action, Best New Series, and then Anime of the Year. So that's about, what, like 7 awards? And Frieren won Best Director, Best Background Art, Best Drama, Best Supporting Character. Yeah, it's only took like 4 home.
6 versus 4 is not as far apart as you may say. Because we're not including the best anime of the year.
Okay, well.
6 versus 4 is not hard to believe, especially if those 4 outweigh the other 6. Okay, well, the anime awards suck. And you're stupid.
Okay, honestly, nigga, you about to just end it right here?
No, I'm just closing.
Oh, I'm about to say, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. No, okay. Honestly, I think what happened with the whole Solo Leveling thing, I think a lot of people did what you did. I think the outcoming of season 2, I think
has to have weighed in.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people it weighed in. Some people sat there, it's just like, oh, well, Solo Level's like season 2, man, that shit was fire. But, like, not taking into consideration that this was talking about season 1. And I think we're going to get a lot of talks of, like, oh, well, no, probably people won't probably talk about Solo Leveling. That it'd be very interesting to see if it has the same power, especially with Summer.
Were these the 2024 Anime Awards?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. But, like, I'd be interested to see if next year Solo Leveling has that same power, because it's getting nominated. It's getting nominated again. I know that for a fact.
It really should have the staying power, because if we're competing season 2 against a bunch of stuff, season 2 fucking rock.
Yes, but also this year's already quite stacked with a lot.
Season 3 already be coming out by the end of this year? No?
Oh, you didn't hear?
No.
Oh, dog, we're probably not getting that, like, they were just, like, the earliest you could see that is 2027. Yeah, because they were just... And, like, I was watching the director stuff with the Solo Leveling things. I was like... they were just like, yeah, we kind of want to spend time with our families. Like, just straight up. They were just like, I just want to spend time with my family.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so, like, I get it. That's why I was like, I can't hate on that, man.
So they're cowards and should be kicked out of the industry.
Jesus.
They want to see their families. They'll see their families in hell.
Chill, man. But yeah. Also, apparently, you know Glass Reflections, right? You know what that is? It
sounds familiar, but I can't place it.
Blonde anime dude that wears like a red vest and stuff like that.
Wait, it's a YouTuber?
Yeah, a YouTuber. His name is Glass Reflections. God, this is going to be so disgusting for a fucking podcast for you to be so up close like this. This is why I don't like you doing this. Because you're so up close with your bald ass head and your nasty ass face. Well, yeah, it's Glass Reflections.
Are you sure it's not Glass Reflection?
Oh, am I saying Reflections?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Glass Reflection.
Do I know this guy? Oh, I've seen him. I've not watched a lot of him.
Oh, I guess it's...
I actually cannot tell where that's playing from.
Yeah.
I don't think I've watched much of him. I think I saw something of him though. I'm not subscribed though.
That's fair. He's one of the people who's like consistently part of the anime awards.
Anitubers.
Huh? Yeah.
Anitube.
Yeah. But like he's part of the voting process for all of it, and he was like, they they changed it very much this year. Because the way he explained it is usually the Crunchyroll words would usually have like a round 1, round 2, then there'd be voting for like the nominees. It's just like, yeah, there's like a process, stuff like that. But apparently it was just kind of like, hey, like, what would you put in this category? What would you put in that category? And they just kind of tallied up everything. It was just like, okay.
Crunchyroll, you suck. Your processes suck, and
now,
you're bad at making anime more than half the time.
And then, now this one with a grain of salt, because I don't know if this person was part of it, but the other part I heard was somebody, he was going off being like, usually there's, like he brought up, there's like a round 2 to voting, but he didn't get a round 2 of vote, or he called back for a round 2 of voting. But apparently there are some people that confirmed they got a round 2 of voting. So people are just like, so did Crunchyroll kind of pick and choose who
got to vote?
Who got to vote in the second round? That's kind of shady, dog. And also people are very baffled over the Ninja Kamui and being like, okay, we know damn well like there's no way people voted for this. And you know what? I may be wrong. Maybe people did. Maybe people actually. Maybe we're in the minority and people really did like Ninja Kamui. From what I remember, that she was getting bashed left and right, and even accused of stealing some shit from One Piece.
Anyone actually unironically liking it, other than Andre.
Yeah. Yeah. And so that's why I sat there. I'm like, I don't know.
It did come out on Netflix though. Maybe there were a bunch of dude bros who just really vibed with.
Honestly,
piece of shit.
I wouldn't have been. I mean, Isekai Suicide Squad's there. Anything's possible, obviously. But yeah, that's kind of it for us.
By the way, Isekai Suicide Squad was on there.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-huh.
I know.
What company makes that?
What studios?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What's your point? What is your actual point?
No point. No point.
I'm very confused. You're insinuating something.
Am I?
Yes.
Am I?
Yes.
Am I?
Yes.
Am I?
Yes.
I don't know who they are, so I have no clue what I'd be insinuating. I was just asking who made it.
What studios?
Yeah, I don't know who Wood Studios is.
You know who Wit Studios is.
Wood or Wit?
Wit.
Oh. Not their A team.
Oh no,
it's
not
like their C team or their D team.
Yeah, no, I know. That's all I was confused.
Oh, it's their Attack on Titan team.
But don't do that.
It's their
don't do that.
It's their One Punch Man team.
Wit didn't do One Punch Man.
Yeah, but anything that has a studio change, I'm just gonna blame on Wit now.
Wait. You do realize Wit is not the studio that did the Attack on Titan you don't like, right?
I know. They did the one I do like.
So why are we bashing them?
Because they left me high and dry. They left me with 4 more years of anime awards I had to deal with Attack on Titan seasons not made by them.
No, you don't have to deal with that anymore.
We'll see.
Not until next year. They released a movie this year. Well, I'm not gonna lie, we've been here for another very long time. So, honest to God, I'm very much tired. We will do that new format later. Not now. I'm tired. We've been here for a long time. Yeah, final thoughts on everything. Crunchyroll
Sucks.
Still sucks.
So much ass.
Doing this game with Bug Fang is not worth it, so we won't be doing this anymore. We'll just look over the nominations normally and just discuss our thoughts on it.
We will?
Yes.
We will?
Yeah.
We'll just look over what's nominated and discuss them?
Yeah.
And then when we cover the results, we'll just discuss the results?
Yeah.
That sounds so nice.
Yeah.
You mean we won't have wasted a 4-hour episode
I'll probably upload this with that one. I might just make it one big ass episode.
Okay, please don't do that. That'll kill this. That'll kill the good part of this so badly.
That might.
Upload them separately, and you know what? Upload this one first.
No, I'm not.
That way, if they want to do the other one,
they
can choose.
I'll upload them
to put themselves.
No,
to that,
I will upload
having
them.
got a whole episode of warning.
No, I'll upload them at the same time. That algorithm wise, it does not make sense. So I will go ahead and I will do that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Don't do them at the same time. Do them staggered by at least 15 minutes.
Well, no, okay, usually the process...
And make this one the latter one.
Okay, I'm not going to make
that way, if someone gets directed to the channel for the most recent video they see is this.
Okay, well, I'm not going to make it 15 minutes. Whatever. I'll figure it out. I know what I'm going to do. Thank you guys so much for tuning. We're going to try to be more consistent. Don't be surprised if we switch from being together and being not. Honestly, our lives are just kind of hectic. Right? I like turn it off. Turn it off. I don't even know why. I don't even know why you're doing that. I don't even know why you're doing that right now.
All I have is a keyboard.
Well, stop it. We're almost done, and then you can fiddle with your thing. Jesus.
It's muted just in case.
Anyways, Jesus fucking Christ, where even was I? No, we're gonna try to be more consistent
and inconsistent.
We're both
and terrible people.
No, stop. We'll both try to be around as much as possible. We'll try to do this in person. If not, we'll just do it over our Discord because that's just how we fucking. It's possible for us to do it. Worst case scenario. Don't be surprised if we go back and forth a lot. That's just our lives. We're both adults. We're both old. We're both got lives and shit like that.
Old now.
So don't be surprised. If you like the channel,
I am.
please subscribe. We appreciate it. Comment down below your opinions on the Crunchyroll Awards and how shit Crunchyroll is.
Hold on, before we wrap up, what was your anime of the year?
Oshinoko. And I only say that because I didn't watch Frieren.
What was your dark horse of the year? What was it didn't get nominated for like anything of the year?
I can't pick that.
Like, you don't have to think it was the best. Just, it didn't get nominated, but you wish it had been nominated for something.
Yeah,
Why isn't... There's a best original anime. Why isn't there a best adaptation? Not best unoriginal anime, just a best adaptation, but just a unique art into itself.
That's a good question.
Like,
I don't know.
Adapting
you know what?
someone else's work is really hard to do right.
You know
anime doesn't do it well.
You know what? Given our track record and given what happened last year, they added Isekai, and we complained about that last year. Hey!
To be fair,
Crunchyroll.
I actually do like that they added Isekai.
No, that's what I said. We complained that they didn't have it last year.
Okay.
And they added it. So you know what? Crunchyroll, if you're going to give us one a year, add a best adaptation.
Yeah, give us best adapted.
A best adapted. And you know what? If you do, that confirms they're listening to us, in which case...
A not-adapted work, best adapted narrative.
It'll just be best adaptation. No, you're asking for too much.
But best adaptation can be a bit broad. It can be just like the best non-original work.
Exactly. They can put whatever they want in there. What you think that they're gonna give us everything? No. You ask for too much. Too much. Anyways, like I said, subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts on the Crunchyroll Awards. We'll try to be weekly. We'll try to be better. I got a list of anime that we're going to potentially talk about. I just got to run them through Bugfang because Bugfang is a picky little bitch about what he wants to watch.
So true. I'll watch anything.
100% true.
It's just not all things are worth reviewing.
Yes, because you are boring.
I'm willing to watch more than you're willing to watch.
That's not true.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You want me to challenge that? Boku no Pico. And I don't mean Hero Academia.
That is wild.
Uh-huh.
That is wild.
Uh-huh.
That is wild.
Uh-huh.
You're not willing to watch that. You are on camera right now. Don't do that. Don't criminalize yourself. Please. I beg of you. As a friend. I've
been on the dark web, friend.
Okay, well. Thank you so much. Alright. Thank you so much. Stop. I'm not even letting you. I'm not even letting you.
Sea beams off the shore.
I'm not gonna let you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. Do everything you can, like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode. See you.
Love you. Goodbye.